to box again. Well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Yeah, you know the deal. We back again. Yo. A round of applause for Jersey's finest. A lot of content creators not worthy, but they minus. They get offended and start singing like the whiners. Talking like they tough, but it's only screaming and whining. My homie JusDueBoxing is the cat you don't come to. Your squad get run through. By the time you come to, you duck food. You suckers talk tough on the internet, revealing all your threats. Now we got you trapped in the net. JusDueBoxing be on this grind, y'all better hustle up. You deadlifted 90 pounds, we doing muscle ups. There's really no comparison. His voice sound like a derringer. Throwing a towel, it's just embarrassing. My dog Just very philosophical and psychological, and he mixed it all with good boxing news. These YouTubers feel like Bishop, I guess they got the juice, but it's lonely at the top to Just to feel like child abuse. Be respectful, he don't wanna talk wild and loose. If you can't relate, you get dismissed like a mild dispute. These weird cats would tell lies, then they hide the truth. Why beyond views? You lose your life when you collide with dude. It's JusDueBoxing. All you cowards quit jocking. Kirk is official with no other options. Yeah, yo. You know the deal. Judah Ben, we in the spot. JusDueBoxing, yeah. And of course, shout out to Mrs. Do, holding the whole family down. Word 'em up, word 'em up.
What's good? What's good? Salute to the family. We back again on this good Tuesday. And get boxing is JusDueBoxing. How y'all feeling? You already know if y'all catch this on the playback, smash the like button, sub to the channel, turn your notifications on, all that good stuff. How y'all feeling though, man? Hope everybody feeling good on this good Tuesday. Salute to the fam in the building already, early. Thanks the boxing fan. What's good, family? How you feeling? IB, what's good, bro? Yes, sir. Smash the like button, man. Yes, sir. Tanya Vandross, Williams Jr., peace and blessings to the queen. All things was good, bro. Miss Joette, peace and blessings to the queen. How you feeling? Happy Tuesday. Adam, what's good with the family? How you feeling? Justin in the building, what's good, bro? Ace, all love, family. What's good with y'all today, man? What's good? We back with another boxing build, man. You know. I just seen I seen Derek James just did an interview with Cigar Talk that that just popped up across my timeline. I'm pretty sure he touched on some good things in there. I might tap into that. Salute to my guy Justin. Hope all is well with everybody in the building, man. Like I said, y'all just smashed the like button. We gonna build on this good Tuesday. We gonna talk about a few things. For sure, Ace prayers for Baltimore, man. That video is man, that video is scary. Just seeing that bridge collapse like that is wild. That's wild activity, man. And just think about who's the cause of that, man. To be the person that caused that much damage and just, I don't know, man. That's just a mess, man. That's one big mess. That's crazy seeing that thing collapse like a set of Legos or something. You get what I'm saying? Look like CGI. You know what I'm saying? Trade skills in the building. What's good with it, bro? So definitely, man, prayers for Baltimore, man. That was something wild to see, for sure. But we're gonna get into this boxing build, child. We're gonna talk about a few things, man. We're gonna touch on a few things today, man. Like I said, Derrick James been making the headways today, man. I mean, the headlines for the last couple of days with him and Spence situation, and I see that him and Cigar Talk did a nice build, man. They touched on some things in there. And you know, with this, where we at? We on the 26th. You know, March 30th, right here, man. You know what I mean? We gonna see this damn fight. This fight card. I see some people complaining about if Tszyu and Fundora is worth the pay-per-view money, and I feel like, you know, it might not have the names per se that you expect to see, right? But I think you got a real card if you just look at what's going on. I mean, Fundora is a trick bag kind of matchup for anybody, just being that damn tall, man. He looked like, man, he like a real, like a cardboard cutout, man. He looked like something straight out of Fantastic Four, man. I'm telling you, Stretch Armstrong. Fight game was good with the family. Aisha, peace and blessings. Queen, how you feeling? Fundora look like something right out of damn cartoon somewhere, bro. I swear he do. But I think, you know, a lot of people now, you know, the expectations I don't think are high because of Thurman. You know, Thurman was the name on this card, right? Yo, his sister too. I'm telling you, and she could fight. Yeah, I like. I think it's Gabriella Fundora. I like her. She could fight. She just kicked some ass recently. I like her. She could scrap, bro. It's fight Friday and Saturday. You know, because you know, and Wednesday too. Tomorrow too, bro. You got tomorrow you got Nicholas Walters and Joseph Adorno. They fighting on Pro Box. You got like, I think, a triple header. I think it is on not Showbox, Pro Box. My bad, Showbox. Y'all know what I mean, Pro Box. So I think that's gonna be good too. So you got Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday, I believe. You know what I'm saying? Them Pro Box cards be coming in handy for the fight fan junkies that be wanting to fight. You know, watch some action in between the week, in the middle of the week. There you go. You got Wednesday night fights. Big Keith in the building. Fundora's a dude. One piece, I'm telling you, it's a lot of great fights, man. I think, look, the reason why I wanted to touch on this because the card is you know, this fight is coming up this weekend, right? And I'm big on bigging up boxing and trying to salute the fights instead of tearing them down. Listen, Fundora is what it is. He coming off a knockout loss. He getting an opportunity. It is what it is. But he's never in boring fights. He always come to fight, and people. You have to acknowledge the fact that he did get knocked out in his last fight against, you know, Mendoza when he got caught, but he definitely was winning that fight on, I think, all three of the judges' scorecards. So you can't ignore that. It wasn't like he was getting his ass beat, then he just got caught with that shot and knocked out. It'd be different if that was the case. It was a fight that he was winning, and I don't know what this mentality is. Just because you take a loss don't mean you can't get another opportunity. I'm right on board with it. Look, man, let's see it. This dude is slinky as hell. I think he's going to give Fundora, I think he's going to give Tszyu a tough fight. Don't think it's going to be easy for him. It's going to take some rounds, I think, for Tszyu to figure out Fundora, man. Tall, linky, long ass arms. Dude got an 80-inch reach. He got a heavyweight reach, bro. At 154 pounds is wild, man. That's crazy, man. So just look at the matchup alone. It's crazy. You know, he one fight removed from being undefeated. So, you know what I mean? I don't think this is any less of a good fight. I think Fundora is going to prepare the best way he can and make this a good fight. And I see Tszyu having to figure it out in there. I don't think it's going to be easy for him. I don't think it's going to be easy. And again, I'm not a guy that, you know, you don't have to sell me on the names. I know what Fundora bring. You get what I'm saying? I think I know what he is and what he brings to the table. He a fun, entertaining fighter to watch. We all know he give up the height and reach, and he got probably some issues with his vision. But I think at the end of the day, his fights are entertaining. He always come to scrap. And with his style, he could put you in situations where you're going to have to figure it out. And he's going to test you. You get what I'm saying? Because he getting there. He got that little recipe about him. He understand that people don't like to mix it up all the time. So that's what he going to be looking to do, I think. I mean, you might see him try to establish the jab a little bit, but I don't see him sticking to it, especially if he get caught with a shot. He going to go with what he know, which is the fight. So I think it's going to be a fun fight to watch, man. Mr. Empire, what it do, family? How you feeling, bro? LetsBuild, the fax machine in the building. What's good with it, bro? Yeah, Fundora can crack too. He can crack. You know what I mean? He's talented, man. He got something with him. You know what I mean? The thing is about making good matchups, and I think Fundora just makes a tricky matchup for anybody because ain't nobody 6'5.5". Like, you get what I'm saying? Ain't nobody 6'5.5", and then trying to mix it up too. He try to get there and you know, let the fisticuffs fly. P100 in the building. Was good, fam. So if Fundora go fight, and if he learned from his Mendoza fight and he uses this as more, he could be okay. Yeah, it's just like he just seems like that's where he comfortable, believe it or not. He likes to mix it up in the inside and give up the height and reach. Just in the effort, I think, to be entertaining. And it's just weird thing is I think he's comfortable with it. Like I said, like I think he likes it. So I don't know. It'd be interesting to see if he was to change tactics for this fight. I wouldn't bet on it, but we gonna find out for sure. Barbara D, peace and blessings, Queen. How you feeling today? Thrill Hill, what's good with the family? How you feeling? So if you work on the outside game of footwork, it'd be extremely difficult to beat in that weight class. That's what we all think, bro. I just feel like maybe he gotta get them eyes checked or something. Maybe he gotta get some LASIK surgery or something. I think Jamal Charlo had got it, you know what I'm saying, before one of his fights. I don't see why Fundora can't do it. You get what I'm saying? Or if that's not the case and I'm reading into it too much with the vision, then maybe he just need to work on that aspect of his game, because I think it would make him a tougher guy to deal with. You get what I'm saying? Like I feel like the loss happened, and I think now is a good a time as any to kind of change tactics a little bit, if you will. Like the fact that you can get in there and mix it up is a plus, right? But I think just giving your physical dimensions with it, like I said, I think an 80-inch reach, dude, use your reach and make it hard for these dudes to touch you. Other than that, when you giving up the height and reach, you're susceptible to constantly getting hit with shots and being caught in these exchanges. And I think you got a little too comfortable with Mendoza, and that's how you got caught. So it wouldn't hurt to, kind of, what I mean, work on some stuff in there. Barbara D, that's why I like to hear, man. I'm glad to hear that you're good. Virgil Ortiz Jr. got laser surgery too. You see what I'm saying? It's not a bad thing, Dub. I think it's good. Like, you get what I'm saying? Especially if you're in position to, do it, get it done, obviously, which I would think, you know what I mean? I think that's something he need to look into. Now, it's for the benefit of his career anyway. And that's not me making a joke. I think it'll make him, maybe he'll be more comfortable fighting from range, because that's the only thing I could think of. Either he just gives us a force of habit and he's just comfortable giving up the height and reach and getting in there mixing it up, or he's just not as comfortable because that vision ain't where it need to be. And that's an extremely long arm guy. So, but he entertaining to watch, man. Like, look, low key, this could end up being a more entertaining fight than Keith Thurman and Tszyu. I don't want to not that I'm knocking Keith Thurman at all. I'm just saying it potentially could be a more entertaining fight. You get what I'm saying? Fundora is younger, fresher. I know he's coming off a knockout loss, but that's not the end all be all. Keith Thurman been inactive forever. You know what I'm saying? That inactivity ain't nothing to play with, and he older. So at least Fundora don't have to worry about Father Time getting him no time soon, right? So he going to be younger. He going to be ready to go, man. This dude, he definitely coming off a loss. He don't want to lose again. I know he's going to be motivated to fight. And, man, he just got so much size over this dude. He got to have the confidence that he can win, bro. Like, it's crazy. Man, I'm telling Doug be on it, man. I hope Bug gets the win. Tszyu and Fundora, I was hearing that's what his focus was. But, anything could change in boxing. I just wish people would shut up about the Bud, Duck, and Boot stuff. I think that stuff is corny, man. Like, man, they don't got nothing else better to do. We got to be better boxing fans. Why do we like narrative so much? Like, first it was EJ. He fight EJ. Now he ducking Boots. He fight Boots. Man, who he going to be ducking next? You get what I'm saying? It's like Charlo go fight Canelo. Now he ducking Tszyu. It's like, yo, make it make sense, bro. Who the hell would choose Tszyu over Canelo? Like, who in their right mind anyway? Get what I'm saying? You can't make this stuff up. People love them narratives, man. Crawford is a dog, man. I think he's gonna retire undefeated. I think Lonnie Lee was good with it, family. JBT in the build. How you feeling, bro? Dude should give him 3-4 rounds of distance before mixing it up. That's what I'm saying, Trey. Mix it up, yo. Cuzzo, what's good with it? Ashley's corner in the building. How you feeling, Cuzzo? Yeah, I think mix it up. I think give yourself a better chance at winning. Don't just be, you know, so in a rush or willing to engage and brawl. You get what I'm saying? Use your boxing ability. Use your height. Use them long ass arms that I'm gonna keep saying as I speak about this fight. Like I just don't see no reason why he wouldn't use those things against him. You get what I'm saying? Looks like Boots and Crawley finally reached a deal to fight on 5-4 or make Canelo's undercard. Let's see if Crawley goes through with it. Man, let's go, man. Salute to my guy, the fax machine, man. Salute the dub. That's what I like to hear, man. That's what I like to hear, man. I was just worried about that because I got that in my description, man. When is the Boots era being held up right now? You know what I'm saying? That's what I like to hear. Boots, we need to see you back in the ring. Cody Crawley better take that smoke too, man. We ain't got time. Got time to be playing, man. Yeah, that's what we need right there. Because May 4th right here too, man. I mean, these fights is right around the corner. We need to see that. I hope so, man. Salute the Boots and this, man. I hope Cody Crawley do take that fight, man. He ain't got no reason to. He been talking about wanting to be a champion for how long? You get what I'm saying? Now's as good as chance as any. And I hope he ain't think it was going to be easy. He better go in there and get that smoke with that young boy. He probably like, man, I ain't trying to fight no damn Boots for it, though. I said I wanted a title, but I ain't said I wanted Boots Ennis for a title. I mean, the money is right. But fight anybody. I truly believe that too, Mr. In Pride, man. I'm with Bud in that regard. Like, I do think so. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like, you know, if you're trying to hypothetically put yourself in his shoes and you figure you got a couple of fights left, you want those fights to be the most meaningful fights possible. Like, I know full well he understands the talent that Boots is and understands that it'll be a good fight. But I think he wants people to understand as well as him knowing that you still want to get paid accordingly. Like, that's a risky ass fight. Just make it plain and simple. It is. Boots is tough to deal with, I think, for anybody. Win, lose, or draw. Great boxers, lost fights. Right. It's like losses is part of the game, Barbara D, especially when you're going in there against the best. That's why I salute guys putting it all on the line, fighting the fights that you don't know for sure if you're going to win. Like, you get what I'm saying? On paper, it looked like you could lose. Like, you get what I'm saying? Taking them real challenges. I don't mind it, man. I just hate this whole, you know, once you lose, you can't get another opportunity type deal. Like, the fact that people demanding, that's not even demanding, but suggesting that EJ just retire is crazy. Cash Crypto in the building was good with it. I want to see Boots. Yeah, back in the ring. ASAP, me too. J Boxing in the building was good with it, family. Yeah, man, the sooner the better. But yeah, like, appreciate that, Dub. Hopefully they do go through with it, man. Hopefully they do go through with it and we get to see that fight. Sammy, what it do, fam? How you feeling, bro? I mean, I don't see no reason for it. But yeah, as far as this Tszyu and Fundora card, LaMarcus was good with it, bro. I think it's worth it. I do think it's worth it. I think it's worth the money. I think if you just look at the matchups across the board, they good. Marquis was good with it, bro. I think you look at the matchups, they all good across the board. If you looking, if you paying attention, Tszyu and Fundora should be a competitive scrap for as long as it lasts, whether it go the distance or end up being a knockout. I don't see how that fight is going to be boring. You got Rolly Romero and Isaac Cruz. I don't see how that fight is end up boring. You get what I'm saying? That seems like that's a knockout waiting to happen. Some people say they think it'll go the distance, but I don't know. Rolly big enough, strong enough. They got Rolly working on defense out here, y'all. Come on, how y'all don't like this fight? How y'all don't like this card? They got Rolly. Ismail Salas got Rolly working on defense. Now, if that's going to help him or if it's going to backfire, we don't know. But he out there working on defense, bro. Rolly moving his head, y'all. Man, yo, Ismail Salas got Rolly doing defensive drills, and it's something different to watch. I gotta say that, man. It's something much different to watch, man. And it's fun. It's fun and funny at the same time because you just don't know if it's gonna work for him or against him. But I'm interested to see it play out. You get what I'm saying? So miss me with this. This ain't a good card, man. It is. Lara and Zarafa. I know Lara 40, but if you being honest, and I know my boy L-Dub, I know he do the homework. My boy Ant McQueen, though. The older Lara is a little more entertaining in a certain to an extent because he don't have the same legs that he once had, and I think he understands that. So if he's forced to fight a bit more in the pocket and engage a bit more, I know he's 40, but this the Lara that's more entertaining. You get what I'm saying? Fight Michael Zarafa, then you got Mendoza and Bohachuk. I think that's gonna be a damn good fight. You got Bohachuk got a 100% KO ratio. Mendoza coming off the loss over who was that? Is that Tszyu that beat him up? You get what I'm saying? That should be a good fight. Julio Cesar Martinez. Another one, you got Elijah Garcia on this card. I see Carmel Moten name, but that might not be on the televised portion, I would guess. But man, I'm telling you, man, this is a good card, man, with some good matchups, man. I ain't mad at it. Big Dre said, while he's Rolly working on defense, moving his head, Pitbull can't reach his head. Shit, he gonna have to. Pitbull gonna reach him. He gonna be able to reach him. You know, Pitbull gonna lunge in there. Pitbull gonna crash out if he got to. Pitbull gonna crash out if he got to, man. I think Buzz scared to fight Boots. I do believe that that's not somebody he really wants at this point in his career. Dante's boxing talk. What's good with it? Yeah, I think with the bag or the lack of a bag that comes with the fight, you get what I'm saying? I think he might feel like, and this is just me speculating, he might feel like the risk, the reward don't match with the risk. And I'm going to always try to understand that because it ain't like he's some spring chicken that's early in his career where he's picking and choosing who he fight. He had to tell into his career where he want the fights that make sense financially as well as being big fights, not just a risk. And I get that. But as a fight fan, I would want to see it any day of the week. His bro 5 championship fights. I don't know when the last time I seen that. They don't get it fight game because they too busy knocking boxing to appreciate when it's when it's delivering. You know what I mean? Elijah Garcia is good. Yeah, J boxing. He is. I like him. He nice. He said Pitbull will KO Rolly for sure. Some people feel like Rolly gonna get the KO. One of them being his former trainer and Coach Bullet. He said he think Rolly gonna get the stoppage. You know what I'm saying? Rolly about to quiet some folk. The boxing novice was good with it. It's gonna be interesting. I tell you that. Facts Lab and letting his hands go. That's what I'm telling you, man. Like this is a good card. That's 40 Lara, man. 40 is the new 30 out here. Lara said, man. Y'all better stop playing with Aries Landy, man. You know what I mean? A1 Hoops on. What's good, brother? Man, what's good with it? And don't act like y'all don't know, man. Don't act like y'all know. You know what I'm saying? 40 is the new 30, you know what I'm saying? And Lara gonna show that. Put some respect on the OG name. You know what I'm saying? He's still out there hanging tough. You know what I mean? Like I said, this is Michael Zarafa. It ain't like he got some impossible, you know what I mean, challenge in front of him. This is a winnable fight. But Zarafa, man, he can get it done too. Rolly's the only Cuban, no forward, no drive, or defense. Yeah, you know what though? J boxing, I think is because they just simply didn't drill those things with his coach. I don't think so. I just don't think he drilled those things in his head. And now I think like when bro asks like why is he working on head movement and stuff like that, I think like you gotta think it's a fight. He gonna get hit. I know what you're saying, he can't reach his head, but he'll be able to reach him. But I think it's refreshing to a certain degree to see him working on things and applying it in areas where we feel like he's deficient or he's not the sharpest or best. I'm not mad at that. He's still fairly young. You get what I'm saying? It ain't like he can't drill some of these things in and sharpen up, you know what I mean, from a fundamental standpoint. And I think I heard him saying that, just going back to the basics, like, yeah, that's really what you need. Like, I've been hearing Rolly low-key talking with the most sense that I've heard him talk in his boxing career. I don't know if that got something to do with the laws, trainer change. I don't know what's going on, bro, but I know I heard a different Rolly than what I've been hearing in years in the past. I know this. I know I'm not tripping. I don't know if he's selling it. It don't look like he putting on, just like he's showing you something a little different. I don't know if he maturing. I don't know what he is, what's going on, but I'm not mad at it. You in there trying to apply yourself defensively and get your head off the line and not be an easy target to hit, I'm just not mad at it. Like when I'm seeing you go in there and intentionally in some ways do things the wrong way and you and your trainer is cool with it, now you got a guy that is trying to sharpen you from a technical and fundamental standpoint, I can't be mad at it. Just got to wait and see it materialize and see what happens. Is it going to work for him or against him? You know what I mean? One of the most underrated boxers. I'm telling you, facts he is. Don't mess with Texas. What's good with it? Cal Cool with blessings, family. How you feeling, bro? Salute to my guy, J Boxer. You get what I'm saying? So it should be fun. Should be fun. No, I already know Big Dre. I know. He said, why would he be working on defense? Yeah, Pitbull is a small guy. My daughter taller than him for sure. Or he came from like keto. Something like that. He started late. Yeah, he did. Yo, I'm telling you. All jokes aside, like I know we be drilling Rolly, but I be having fun with it. Yo, he really picked up boxing late. He like a Regis. They both picked up a boxing late. I'm telling you, yo, tell him, Dub. tell him, yo, Rolly's smart as hell on the low. I've been picking up on it, y'all. I caught it. He done been being serious one too many times, and I finally seen it when he ain't being the character that is Rolly. Man, I don't know, man. He been showing me something. This fight is entertaining as hell, bro. I'm really starting to think this is very much pay-per-view worthy with or without Keith Thurman. I think Keith Thurman would have made it to the ring. I think it's a nice possibility that he could have surprised some people with his performance. It's unfortunate he didn't make it to the ring. I'm not like other people. I don't wish that they get him out of boxing. I do wish that if Keith Thurman is to continue boxing, he after he rehab, he's able to get a fight soon enough where he ain't got to continuously be out of the fold. You know what I'm saying? Because he only got one loss, man. Keith Thurman was highly entertaining to me, and I've never watched the Keith Thurman fight and was bored. So why would I want to wish that guy out of boxing, even though he ain't one time how he been one time in years? I get all of that, but everybody get old, and Keith Thurman, let's see what he do in the later portion of his career. Unfortunately, he ain't been able to find his way back into the ring since the Barrios fight, but we'll see, man. I'm not rooting on nobody's downfall. Keith Thurman, man, rehab that bicep, get your ass back in the ring, no ponytail and all. Get back in the ring. Get back in the ring and show us what you got left, bro. I think his brand is established, so no longer needs the antics. It might be Marquez interesting though, right? Rolly probably because of a fool, man. He said Rolly probably got somebody pregnant. That'll make a man about you, cuz you ain't lying. That'll simmer you down. You know what I'm saying? I knew A1. Man, A1 a fool, man. He said they prescribe stronger meds. Rolly's also trying to get SSI approved. I wouldn't be surprised. Anthony was good with it, fam. Yeah, he talking hella sensible, Ash. I'm telling you, I like it. I like this side of Rolly, right? You know what I mean? I like this side of Rolly. You know this Barber D, man. He been on point a little bit. Rolly kind of talked about how he was humble after his loss. He saw all the people that left his side. Oh, see? Open his eyes opening, man. His third eye opening. Aisha, he getting it. And McQueen was good with it, family. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all sock that like button out for your bro, man. We're going to have a good convo in here. We're going to build. We are going to build. We're going to narrative free, false narrative free this conversation. I promise you. I like Rolly a lot. He's saying a bunch of crazy stuff. The only things he said was that he was beating Tank and he got knocked out. But other than that, if you making sense. Now, he just go off the chain. He just say whatever comes to mind. But I think at the end of the day, all these dudes is good kids. They just trying to promote themselves, keep them that name out there relevant. And he's a character. And I think boxing is one of those sports where you constantly got to keep yourself on people's minds. You know what I mean? I think Rolly do a pretty damn good job at figuring that out once that camera come on. The two prelim fighters in his car. Yeah, Elijah Garcia, bro. Fire. I'm telling you, fire card, Dub. I don't know what people talking about. Pay-per-view worthy, yes. Just do gonna say for the money, yes. I'm not here to complain. I see a bunch of good matchups with some unpredictable outcomes. You don't know for sure what's gonna happen with Fundora and Tszyu. You can say you think Tszyu is gonna get him and knock him out. Cool. You can say Fundora, you think you're gonna knock him out, but he coming off a knockout loss. He still got to prove it. That fight is very much a toss-up in some regards. You get what I'm saying? It could be a toss-up. You got Rolly and Pitbull. It could be a toss-up. That's like whoever land first. Don't tell me there ain't no good fight. And like he said, the with Kyron Davis and Mendoza fights and separate fights. Those are also good ass fights coming. You got Larry on 40-year-old Larry in there tearing up still, man. It's a good one. It's a good card. Jonathan 9-7. Luke 4,500 in the building. What's good with it, bro? Yeah. Nah, he was getting a little. He was weird. He was weird with that. That was the weird stuff. 23 was good with it. He said, all I know is I'm buying it. That's what I'm talking about. Let's support boxing. This is a great card, man. This is a great card, man. And I think it deserves to be supported. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun one, man. I think it deserves a scrap. Man, what the... Julio Cesar Martinez on the card. Right. He always in entertaining fights, even if you don't like his style, because I know some people, I ain't the biggest on his style, but he's always in entertaining fights. And like you said, Dub, he's fighting an undefeated guy to it. Angelino Cordova, 18-0-1. So that's another good fight. You get what I'm saying? I think this is a full card, man. I like this. I like it. I think they filled this card out well. And I think I'm not mad at the replacement on short notice with Keith Thurman with the Fundora replacement. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at it at all. You know what I'm saying? Burns too. Yeah, I advise everybody about it as well. Let's make PVC king of the hill, man. They doing it, man. People, and again, I said this earlier. People remember me saying that I said it was going to take a while for them to get the rollout. Like, just give it some time to, you know what I mean, materialize. Like, you get what I'm saying? I know people had high expectations, but now that I think things will get going, I'm not mad at these fights, bro. I'm not here to complain, bro. I just don't see a reason to. They had to make a replacement on short notice. They went with a guy that was already fighting on the card in Fundora, that was already training. You ain't got to worry about him being out of shape, not prepared. The most you got to worry about is the fact that they're adjusting to fighting each other on short notice. But that should make the fight entertaining on both sides. Tszyu is fighting a damn giant, bro. That dude big as hell. He fighting a damn NBA player on Saturday, bro. I said NBA player. They said Tszyu, Keith Thurman was out. Tszyu is next. Fundora was next. Tszyu said, give it to me, man. Give it to me right away. You got to appreciate it. I like it, man. I ain't mad at it, bro. I lost a step or two. So, yeah, so he more entertaining. Now, now, bro. How rare is that, Dub? How rare is it that a person lose a step or two and still be more entertaining than you telling me this ain't a good fight? He win, lose, or draw. I'm not saying for sure that he wins 100%. You know, Michael Zarafa going to put up resistance. He going to come to fight too. But how many people do you know could lose a step or two, like you said? And I agree, because, you know, Larry was different. The younger guy was a handful. You know what I mean? Now he's just a sniper and he's sitting in that pocket just a bit more. And he's more entertaining. It's not too many people that lose a couple steps and still be more entertaining. Sparky P was good with it. Dre Finance was good with it. How you feeling? Yeah, man. Good fights, man. Good fights. And you got fights tomorrow, too, Wednesday. Don't forget the Pro Box. You got Nicholas Walters, the return of Nicholas Walters, and you got Joseph Adorno. That's a crossroads fight for both guys. They both need to win. They both need to win. You know what I'm saying? Now, I just look at boxing, and when you really look at the whole picture and how hard it is for these dudes to win these fights on the level that some of these dudes be fighting at, it's just a deeper appreciation for it. So when you get a solid fight, I'm not just sold on names. I love the matchup more than I love the name, if that makes sense. Because you know the styles make fights, right? And you're not going to tell me Fundora and Tszyu, two guys that like to come forward and be on the front foot, both got some power. You know, both will let their hands go. You know, it's no way that's a boring fight. It's no way. I don't care who you think gonna win and lose. It's about getting that money's worth. And I think it's gonna be an entertaining fight for both. And Tszyu better be prepared. I think it's gonna take him some rounds to figure Fundora out. I don't think it's gonna be easy. Melanin Queen, how you feeling, Queen? Peace and blessings to you. How you feeling? Pro Box been on fire for sure. And I think it's a triple header too, y'all. They got Omar Juarez fighting on that card as well. Damn, I forget the other. It's one more fight. It's three of them though, but they all seem like they good and competitive, evenly matched up too. That's what Pro Box is getting right. So whoever putting the matchups together deserve every bit of money that they getting, because they doing it right. They putting them matchups together. Salute to my guy Big Dre, man. You already know Friday. Valdez versus Wilson. Senicia Estrada versus Yocasta Valle. Undisputed plus Ray Morataya is back. Right. Man, boxing is winning, bro. It's on fire. It's on fire, man. It's on fire. I mean, I like it. Look, I'm appreciative right now, man. I'm not here to be mad and complain. I like this. Still mad Nicholas Walters was quitting against Loma. Yeah, I hated it too, but you know what? He kind of shot himself in the foot, Samuel. You don't. I mean, it's tricky because he came off like a layoff, bro, and they kind of shelved him in. You don't come from off the shelf or just from being like inactive, so to speak, and you jump in there with Loma and think it's gonna be easy. He learned the hard way, man. Loma was just a puzzle that he could not figure out, man, and I didn't expect him to quit either. He just like he quit from frustration alone, just like, yo, I can't hit this dude. He just said, hell with it, I'm out of here. That's crazy, but he said he back to prove that he still got it. So we're going to find out. I think Sebastian gets stopped again. It's possible. It's possible. Salute to my guy, all things. Bro, I'm a couch potato for this week. I'm telling you, all boxing, college sports, JBT in the building. The family. What's good? Thomas Hill, JBT is in the building. What's good with it, bro? Walters looks super overwhelmed with the angles and activity. Facts, he ain't know what to do, man. Loma was styling on him. He was every bit of the Matrix, high tech, all them nicknames that he got. He was that. He was all of that in that fight. I was like, man, he looked like a whirlwind in there. Like, Nicholas Walters could not figure out what was going on for nothing in that fight. Every time he tried something, Loma tag and get out the way. I'm like, bro, this is looking like target practice, bro. They look like they was in just two totally different leagues. Man, Loma styled on him, man. Forget about the overtime boxing on the zone Friday. Elijah Pierce, O'Shea Jones, Haven Brady, and Mac Truck. All good fights. All good talents, Dub. It's on fire, bro. It's on fire. Overtime be having putting on some good matchups and cards too, man. I like that overtime movement that they got going on too. I do. Yeah, he said not like he got beat up. Yeah, he just straight quit. He couldn't take it, man. Salute the Tel Hines Sports Media. Appreciate you stopping through. Conwell versus Virgil will be lit if true. Oh well, speaking of that, good thing that I do my reading, bro, and I'm right there with you. I know what you're talking about. Charles Conwell got, then he just signed recently with Golden Boy. He looking to get back in the mix, and he got eyes on a potential Virgil Ortiz fight. So I'm with you on that. I'm aware that's something. That's where his mind is at from what I was reading. Like, he planned on trying to make that a fight for sure. Platboy plays. What's good with it, family? How you feeling, bro? So I definitely would like to see that fight. I like Charles Conwell. I do. A Dub sent me something on him just recently the other day. So I think he about to get back in. Matter of fact, the Haney, no opponent, you said, right? No opponent for the Haney Garcia undercard. Right. Right. So good. Salute to Charles Conwell. I like him. Another good talent. Another kind of slept on guy. You know what I mean? Kind of a little slept on, just a little bit. Some people know about him, but he a little slept on. Yeah, he just gave up. Samuel, out of pure frustration, bro. I was like, damn. Remember, that was around the time he just had people quitting, man. He did my boy Rigo filthy. PJ's big dog. What's good with it? Yeah, you got to. You got to have him, bro. That's why I used to tell him, Dub, my 2 laptops used to come in handy, bro. Pull up these cards, and then you use the TV. You be needing it some days. Too much boxing is a good problem to have. I always say that. Yeah, 420 for Conwell. Just no opponent yet, right? He waiting for an opponent good because, yeah, he planning on fighting Virgil Ortiz. And speaking of Virgil Ortiz, you dropped some info on Virgil too. Virgil was back. You said April 27th, right? And he fighting Thomas Delorme. I know that's a softer touch. He gonna smash Thomas Delorme. He gonna knock him out. I already know that. So it's a guarantee. And anybody betting on that, you could definitely bet a knockout. Virgil gonna smash him. Thomas Delorme just in there to get Virgil to the next fight. You know what I'm saying? Because that's, man, once he get his health and everything fully situated, man, Virgil is going to be right back in the mix, terrorizing. Bruce Gas, what it do, OG? How you feeling? He said he was ready to quit for him. He was in there getting pieced up like nobody's business. The axe man. I was like, man, where's the damn axe, man? Is this the axe man? The axe man getting chopped up. Man, Loma was styling on him in there too, bro. And as the rounds go, his confidence keep growing. So he be in there piecing you up. He be playing with you. He start making it look bad, yo. Man, yo, he getting his groove. It get crazy for you in there. Lomachenko start embarrassing you. and think about it. That's what goes to show you. You don't have to be the biggest puncher to get guys out of there, to frustrate guys, and to get guys respect. Loma is not the biggest puncher, but make no mistake, ask Nicholas Walters, he was ripping his ass, man. He was tagging him. He was beating him up something serious, man. Nah, it was crazy, man. Oh, man. But he's back. Listen, he back. The Axeman. Yeah, the Axeman was getting chopped up, man. I thought he was supposed to be doing the chopping. And I was for sure he was going to be able to land one of them joints on Loma. At least one. Man, Loma had other plans. Loma said, man, this what you got? This the Axeman? All right. You know what I mean? Hold my mouthpiece. Loma ain't even need a mouthpiece for that fight, bro. Telling you, he could have fought that fight with no mouthpiece. Try to tell you, bro. He was in there styling. I'm like, sheesh, man, this dude. Then they coined him No Moschenko. I was like, yeah, it's over. It's over. I got to hear about this for years now. But nah, Tszyu got in there and slowed some of that buzz down for Loma ass. He stopped him in his tracks a little bit. But even in that fight, when he started picking it up on Tszyu, it started to get spooky toward the end of the fight. I'm like, man. Telling you, Loma at the top of his game is a hell of a fighter, bro. Blue Hustle Man in the building. What's good with it, family? He's supposed to be doing the chopping. Yeah, he was supposed to be doing the chopping. He getting there. He in there getting. He getting obliterated. All sharp shit. Loma in there. Boom, boom, boom. I'm like, yo, what? Golly, that shit was looking like a drill after a while. I'm like, yo, this is tough, man. Man, yo, I couldn't imagine being in front of somebody and not being able to hit them at all, because that's what that was. Like, it was one-way traffic from start to finish. Like, I don't remember him having no moments in that fight. He had no oohs and ahs. I don't even know if he scratched Loma in there, bro. I don't think so. He ain't headbutt him or nothing, bro. Loma was just in there working. I'm like, yo, what the hell? I'm telling you, that dude's something different. Like, one thing about him, his feet, if you can't keep up with his feet and those couple angles that he like to take, it's going to be a long night. And he going to make it look bad. And the crowd get crazy when Loma start teeing up. Remember how he did, Loma did, who was that? Richard Comey. He did Richard Comey filthy, bro. That momentum was shifting. I'm telling you, I'm like, sheesh, man. I'm like, grab him and hold him. Do something. At that point, you got to grab him or something, bro. You got to do something, bro. You can't let him be cute and be in no rhythm. See, that's what Orlando Salido understood, that even though he caught him real early in his career, Salido understood not to let him sit back there and be cute. You let him do that, it's going to be a long night, man. He's going to be back there using them little angles, picking his shots. He a sniper. He get in and get out real well. I'm telling you, man, Loma is a headache, man, if you let him get into his bag. Yeah. Tszyu was getting pieced up from 7-0. I'm telling you. As soon as he started throwing, the minute he started throwing double-digit punches, he was teeing off on Tszyu. Can't believe somebody retired after this ass whooping. I'm telling you, third ass whooping in a row for sure. Rick Tens, what's good with it, family? How you feeling? I'm telling you, he was chopping his ass up in there. I was like, sheesh. 2 fights that I was pissed off watching with Loma piecing people up was Nicholas Walters and when he did my boy Rigo like that. I was like, at this point, Rigo, man, do something, bro. You got to clip him or something, man. Scratch the man. Like, hey, did you even breathe on him in there? I don't even think you breathed on Lomachenko. He's in there. That talking about swimming without getting wet, those 2 fights was the epitome of swimming. That was a prime example of swimming without getting wet. Loma fighting Nicholas Walters, a.k.a. the Axeman that got chopped up and axed, and fighting Rigo, man. Oh, my God, man. I was like, bro. Rigo, this is not going to work with this guy. You can't just stand here and allow this man to just tee off. You know what I'm saying? You can't do it. I'm busy. What's good with it, fam? As long as inside game got filthy after Salido, I'm telling you. He got better. He got better for sure. He polished up, and that's what the real ones do. They go through it, they learn. So that really wasn't a loss. I mean, it was, but he got better. So, I mean, he went on to do some great things. I mean, he got my boy Gary. Rigo just not throwing ain't gonna cut it. I think he got a fight coming up too. Y'all. But man, back to this this Fundora, this Tszyu and Fundora card. Like I said, I think it's pay-per-view worthy, man. We just ran through the matchups. I think they all solid, and I think they evenly matched. I don't think you got like completely lopsided fights, like even Elijah Garcia and a Kyron Davis. even if you going with Elijah Garcia, Kyron Davis don't lay down with nobody. Like, he ain't coming in there to lose. Like, he don't come like an opponent just in there to go along with the script and get, nah, he in there. If you ain't prepared and you ain't coming in there to beat his ass, then he'll get you. So I like the matchup for Elijah Garcia, man. And Elijah Garcia is showing you he can be hit. So it should be an entertaining fight. Zach B was good with it, fam. Rigo should have kicked him. Yeah, he should kick him something. Kick him, clip him. Damn, push him, do something, bro. Low blow. Damn, man, you do something, bro. You kicking your ass in there. Man, I would have just blitzed him or something at some point. Mike White in the building. Was good, fam. Got to do something. Blitz his ass or something, Rigo. I was like, sheesh, he done dragged you up 2 weight classes and kicked your ass. Did my boy like that. But salute to Loman, man. Like, at them lighter weights, man, he just was a tough guy to deal with. Salute to when they're overweight and mauled Loman the whole fight. He knew what time it was, Samuel. He was like, man, wait. Wait, I'm coming to win. He's like, the hell with this weight. Yeah, Kyron be scrapping, man. He fought. I know, it ain't no moral victories, but I felt like he fought Benavidez pretty tough. I thought he fought him pretty damn tough. Like, he took some real big shots. And he didn't get put down. He was up on his feet, so he just was taking punishment. But he tough, man. That dude is tough. So him and Elijah Garcia should be a good matchup. And that's what it's about, bro. I'm a fan of matchups more than I am a name. I like a good name fighter that, come with a good resume and he's established and all that. So you kind of know what to expect from him. I love that just as much as anybody else, right? But I also love a good matchup despite the name or recognition that they get. And we know good fights when we see him. We know good matchups when we see him. I'm not about to oversell the card or oversell the matchups, but we got real good matchups that could, where, either guy could win. You slip up, you know what I mean? That could be your ass. So you can't tell me that this card ain't going to be worth some money, man. I think it is. You know what I mean? Like I said, salute to Keith Thurman. It's unfortunate he couldn't find his way in the ring, but next man up. Now you got Fundora in there coming off a loss, and he don't want to lose. He don't want to lose again. You know what I'm saying? He don't want to lose. Tszyu is constantly building momentum. As he wins, his confidence grows. He definitely ain't trying to lose. You got 2 dudes that's not no damn ring masters. They're not fleet-footed guys. They coming to fight. So I don't see how you don't get your money's worth there. You get what I'm saying? The co-main Rolly and Pitbull, the crash out kings. That's how no disrespect. I call them the crash out kings. They get in there and they go for it. And I expect it to be much of the same. If Rolly is hesitant for any reason at all in this fight, it could work against him. You get what I'm saying? Either guy could potentially run into something. You get what it's just one of those fights. Either guy really could win. You know what I'm saying? You got real good matchups. You got Lara on this card as well. Older Lara, like I said, is more entertaining because he's sitting in the pocket. Fighting Michael Zarafa, that is a winnable fight. WBA title is on the line. I mean, you got Brian Mendoza and Bohachuk, if I'm saying his name right. You know what I mean? That's a good fight again. Mendoza coming off a loss. Bohachuk only lost once. He got a 100% KO ratio. I don't see how that fight ain't entertaining. You get what I'm saying? Julio Cesar Martinez is fighting an undefeated opponent. Angelino Cordova, 18-0-1. It's another good fight. I don't know. I like this. Elijah Garcia, like I said. I see Carmel Moulton on here, but I doubt that's going to be televised. But again, salute to Chris. Appreciate you stopping through. What's good with it, fam? So that rude exposure in the building was good with it, bro. I see good matchups. You get what I'm saying? So again, I want to point this out. I know Keith Thurman was the name that resonate with a lot of people for better or for worse. But easier sell, I'm guessing, with a name like Keith Thurman. But with him off the card, I don't think they too far off in terms of it being an entertaining matchup. I think Tszyu and Keith Thurman would have been entertaining for a number of different reasons because of the styles. And again, now that you throw a 6'5.5", 154-pound Fundora in the mix and you make it a unification, what are we talking about? How is it a bad fight? It's just not a bad fight. I think people are knocking the fact that Fundora got this opportunity, but I don't see why you can't get opportunities. I mean, I know he lost. I get it, but right now it's about saving the card, and I think that was their attempt to do so. Moving Fundora up there. Now you got Mendoza fighting Bohachuk. That's another good fight. So I don't know. I think it's a well-balanced card. I think the main event is going to do what it do. I think both guys coming to win, and it's going to be like 2 trains on the same track, in my opinion. You get what I'm saying? That's how I see it. That's how I see it playing out. Neither dude is coming to lose, man. And Fundora, his ability to give up his height and reach and still be successful is entertaining to me. Like, that's the tricky thing about him. Like, and just like Dub said, when it comes to that Lara matchup, how many guys do you know could lose a step or two and still be more entertaining? That's rare. So if you just take that for what it's worth, and that could lead to a win or a loss for him. Being more entertaining, meaning you more in the pocket and you sharpshoot more, you more susceptible to getting countered or hit with something, right? So, you know, it could go either way. I think it's a good fight. I mean, good card, not pay-per-view worthy. I think so, and I ain't mad at you. Like, again, we free to discuss it. That's why we here. For me, I think it's pay-per-view worthy, and the reason why I say, because a lot of times, I think pay-per-views are sold by name recognition, right? And I think, you know, the minute people heard Keith Thurman was off the card, although whether you expected a lot from him or not, it's still name-wise, it's easily resonates with people. We all know who Keith Thurman is, right? And not so much with Fundora, but I think if you're just looking at the card as a whole and you're looking at the matchups in terms of competitive wise on paper, each one of those matchups is a pretty solid matchup. You don't have a lopsided fight in any of those fights that from what I've seen. I see competitive fights now. Blowouts can happen, and you know, sometimes things could go, you know, left or one guy just get dominated. But for the most part, if you look at it on paper from a skill standpoint, competition, these dudes are in and around the same level, and it makes sense for different reasons, right? I think they good style matchups. Each one of these fights, like if you look at Keith Thurman, him and Tszyu stylistically was a fun fight. You get what I'm saying? Especially if you got Keith Thurman in there in some type of tip-top shape for the fight. If he hadn't made it there, now you take him out, you replace him with Fundora. Stylistically, him and Tszyu should be an action-packed fight. With 2 titles on the line, I think you get your money's worth there. You get what I'm saying? Then you move down, you got Rolly and Pitbull. Crash out kings, as I coined them, man. I think you get your money's worth there. You get what I'm saying? A knockout waiting to happen. You got Lara, that's more offensive. Like I said, sitting in the pocket just a bit more because his legs ain't there. I think he typically gives you your money's worth. Like Dub said, since moving up, dude got all KOs. You get what I'm trying to say? I want people to look deeper than just the name recognition and examine the matchups. And you tell me that these fights ain't entertaining. You got Bohachuk and Mendoza, right? Another good matchup. Mendoza is tough as they come. Tszyu tough as nails, and he was hitting him with everything he got. Mendoza stood the test. You get what I'm saying? Bohachuk got 100% KO ratio, if I'm not mistaken. All his wins is by KO. He got the one lone defeat. You got a guy in there that can box with a hell of a chin. I don't see why that fight don't deliver. Julio Cesar Martinez, like Dub said again, he's not in the boring fights ever. He fighting an undefeated guy in Angelino Cordova. And then you got Elijah Garcia, Kyron Davis. So, again, I'm just highlighting when you look at these fights and you look at the matchups, I think they good for your money. You get what I'm saying? Now, you're not getting that name recognition that usually comes with a pay-per-view event, right? Because if you just look at most events, when you hear pay-per-view, it's usually a name on that whole card or a couple names that might stand out. Keith Thurman, I think, was that name. People starting to get more familiar with Tszyu, but not everybody is necessarily on the Tszyu bandwagon or Tszyu train yet, right? But I think Keith Thurman would have brought that extra interest for good or for worse. But I think now, if you just look at it aside from name recognition, like I said, and just competitive matchups and stylistically, it's a well filled out card to me. You get what I'm saying? I think we could walk away enjoying this whole night of boxing right here. I think so. Mike Biggs boxing, my bro, what's good with it? You know, her Fundora giving up that height and reach. I said that too. He has no weight or mass to absorb the head and body attack that Tim is bringing. Yeah, he got a long target. He got Tszyu got a lot of you know what I mean, the target, long ass torso, deep for the win in the building. Was good, family. So I think it's a good fight. Kyron Davis, the dude from Jersey, fought Benavidez, right? Felix Nunez in the building, and he took everything Benavidez had. His coach just stopped the fight because, I guess he felt like he was taking a lot of punishment, which I understand, but he never wilted, he never folded, he never quit, he ain't dropped. You know what I mean? So he tough as they come, and he could fight, and he's undersized. He was undersized like hell. He had no business up there at 68 fighting Benavidez, but he went and did it. And I think he did it on short notice. That dude is, that's why I say, man, people don't do enough homework. Hell with that. I don't just watch the names that we recognize. I watch the people that can actually fight. These matchups should be good. I would be surprised if any of these fights that I spoke on is duds. Any of them. I think they all should deliver for different reasons. I don't think none of them should be boring. You get what I'm saying? I think we got a complete card that's good. And again, I think what's missing and why people are saying it's not pay-per-view worthy, and I ain't here to cry and complain about it, but I think it's the lack of name recognition, like big name recognition from, on the card as a whole. You get what I'm saying? And Keith Thurman left somewhat of a hole. Well, Fundora is going to fill that hole with being a younger guy with some activity and a guy that's coming to fight. He coming off a knockout loss. He ain't trying to lose twice, and he very well could be running into another loss messing with Tszyu. So just off that alone, they got to bring it, bro. Like, you get what I'm saying? These dudes fighting for something, man. There's 2 belts on the line. I'm rocking with this card. I'm rocking with it. Way to salvage the card and pull Fundora up. It makes sense. I ain't mad at it. And here they watch the highlights. I'm telling you, you got to really examine these dudes, man, and pay attention to what kind of fighter that they're matching up. I think you got some real talent on here, some good matchups. Even if you think it's some favorites and obvious favorites or whatever, it should be no like lopsided picks in here. They should all play out, somewhat competitive to an extent is what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Pretty decent matchups for where everybody at, man. Brad Man is Jaron trainer. I think he might still be his trainer. I know he was at one point 12 threes in the building. Was good with the family. You know what I'm saying? Dre Nova in the building. Was good, bro. Size matter makes sense for Fundora versus Zuba. Fundora has fought with his disadvantage his whole career, in my opinion, is absolutely right. And it only backfired against him once and against Mendoza, and that's a fight that he had under control and he was winning. So I don't see why he can't make this a very entertaining fight and tough for Tszyu. I think Tszyu, first few rounds, he gonna really have to figure some things out. You know what I mean? I think so. I think because again, you just gotta adjust to fighting a guy that's that damn tall and long. You get what I'm saying? And I think he's gonna be those moments, where Tszyu got to figure it out. And I think he will. And I think once he does, I think he wins the fight. Now, if it's going to be a knockout, I'm expecting, if it's a knockout, it'll be late. But I could see Tszyu pulling it off on points too. But Fundora, like the longer the fight goes, the more he's in the fight, I would think. You get what I'm saying? Because the dude really knows how to grind you down. He throw a lot of punches. He get in the inside. He mix it up. He get good leverage on his shots to be such a long, tall guy in the inside. You get what I'm saying? You seen how he had Lubin face looking for catching them uppercuts in the inside. So, with Tszyu not being no fleet-footed guy, and he heavy on the front foot heavy, man. He gonna have to figure it out too, man. He gonna have to worry about some things. Fundora got a nasty uppercut. He throws some good combinations for a dude, like I said, that give up his height and reach. And it's entertaining to watch. That's where I'm at. So when we start talking about pay-per-view worthy, maybe not from a name recognition standpoint, but if you just looking all purely, is it worth your money matchup wise? I think it is, bro. You get what I'm saying? Just look at the matchups. Don't let the name sell you. How many times we got name fighters and got dull fights, or they ain't live up to expectations? You get what I'm saying? It happens. It be those fights where these guys ain't got the name recognition and they matched up well with guys that really bring the best out of them, win, lose, or draw, and you get your money's worth. So that's what I'm focusing on. So I definitely 100% understand when people like, I don't think it's pay-per-view worthy. And I think when we hear the word pay-per-view, you start thinking, well, who the star of the show? You get what I'm saying? And what's the biggest name on the card? That's kind of missing when you drop a Keith Thurman out. So I think, but what's not missing, I think, is the action from an action standpoint. Like Keith Thurman at this point with so much inactivity, being 35 years old, even though I was thinking that, I was optimistic for him. He's a bit of a wild card, at least with Fundora, he's young. You know what I mean? He's coming to fight. He's never been in a boring fight. Neither is Keith Thurman. But, he's fresher. He been training. And somebody that's just, they pulled up off the couch at the last minute. That's not the case. So, you know what I'm saying? The only thing is last minute is the change up in opponent for both guys. So they both have something to adjust to. They spending majority of their time preparing for different people. You get what I'm saying? Fundora for Bohachuk, and then, Tszyu obviously for Keith Thurman. Now that they switched it up, you can't tell me it don't make for an entertaining fight. They got to be prepared. And they both had the same amount of time to prepare for each other. So should make it entertaining to watch. That's where I'm at. I'm just trying to push what I think is a good card out there. I'm not shitting on this. This ain't the one to shit on. I don't think they, I don't think they pull one over on us. You know what I'm saying? Let's see how it roll out. I got some good expectations though. You know what I'm saying? I think it'll do some good. Side game is gonna be dope for both guys. Yeah, part twice was good with it. They forget what he did to Lubin, right? Match this, my boy face up in that inside. Salute to my guy. Yeah, Brad, man. Oh, all right, you still Chiron trainer. Salute to the Queen. Shout. How you feeling, Queen? It's the Pride in the building. What's good, family? I think Rolly is going to be a little more patient versus Pitbull. I'm not sure how it's going to work out for Rolly. Yeah, yeah, patience could work for him or against him. You get what I'm saying? Cause I think it's not his strongest suit. It's not his best attribute, right? His patience. So I think it'll be a balanced act for Rolly. You know what I mean? Balancing being patient with not being too patient and overly cautious and getting caught because of that. So yeah, man, it's gonna be entertaining to see how he move, you know what I'm saying? And see what his approach has been at. Like I said, I see him working with Ishmael Salas doing defensive drills, which is something I haven't seen in Rolly. So it's definitely entertaining to watch. Rolly got to stop pulling straight back with his chin held high like a giraffe. And it seemed like that's what him and Salas, at least it would appear that's what they're kind of working on. You get what I'm saying? So we'll see how it play out. Like, again, maybe it'll be a goodest time as ever for Rolly to start making these changes. You get what I'm saying? The fact that he's seen it fit to remember, a lot of people don't even realize. I don't know for sure. I don't want to overstate it, but Rolly kind of gave you what people said he should have did right before your eyes, whether people realize it. How many people said he needed a different trainer? And what did he do after the first loss? Ain't like he got a handful of losses and waited, and then he took the one loss. He said, "Oh, you know what? Let me see what Buddy got for me." You get what I'm saying? A lot of people ask for that. They say, hey, if he had a better trainer, you know what I mean, Rolly actually could be something, right? This is what people said. Now, I know Sal's been on a bit of a losing streak. He's been taking some L's, but it still don't change the fact that he's a hell of a trainer, right? He's just been taking some losses. That's boxing for you. You know what I mean? But he is a good trainer when it's all said and done. He do check off the boxes. He is something different. He'd change of pace for Rolly. You know what I mean? Different guy to learn from. Let's see what he able to pick up on. You know what I mean? Or let's see how they gel. But again, to see him working on defense is a little refreshing. I'm like, okay. Yeah, Lubin made Fundora take that knee. He did. You know it. Devin was good with it, bro. How you feeling? So I think it's gonna be fun, man. That's why I say, man, pay-per-view worthy. I'm jacking, yeah. That's a smooth year for me, y'all. Think it's worth the money. You know what I'm saying? I do. I've seen worse cards. And again, the name recognition might be lacking, but I don't think the entertainment is gonna be lacking. And I think that's what people forget. It's not the name of the fighter that's worth the money. I don't care to see a name fighter come lay an egg. Like for example, like Shakur's obviously more name fighter, right? And you see how his fight played out, right? So you obviously don't want to see those type of performances more times than not, right? With a name, with a guy that got more of a name, should I say, right? But I think at the end of the day, what I'm saying is what's not lacking is the entertainment, and that's what makes any card worth your money. It's not the name. The hell with the name. It could be fighter in the red corner, fighter in the blue corner, for all I care. If that deliver a good fight, then the hell with the name. So again, it ain't like, as you know, as diehard fight fans, we pretty much familiar with most of these names on this card. So I think we just got to wait to see how it play out before we deem it not worth the money. You get what I'm saying? How could you say it without even watching if it's going to be entertaining or not? So, I mean, I would say just give it a shot, man. Check it out, man, and see if it's worth the money before you dismiss it. You know what I mean? I think you've got some, like I said, solid matchups, bro. And Brooks in the building. Wasn't that Rolly original train? I think so too. So I think you're right. Salute to Aaron Brooks. I think so. Ishmael Sal. I think that's him going back to a guy that he worked with before. I think he said so. And he said he's something about he shouldn't have never left in the beginning. Something I think he did say. So you might be right. But you know, again, I guess a change of pace from what he's been doing, right? So he kind of relearning some things, right? Trying to build that chemistry again, reestablish that chemistry with his old trainer. And I know that's going to be a learning process all over again for Rolly, but pretty sure he could figure it out. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure he'll figure it out. But we'll see. But we'll see, man. Again, March 30th, I think we got a good card, and we got a lot of good boxing this week for Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. Rolly wants that old thing back. You know what I'm saying? He trying to get it back. You know what I mean? He trying to get it back. Man, I mean, Bullet said the thought that he even thought somebody could be better than him. He wasn't rocking with it. I was like, damn, that's a little selfish, Bullet. Man, you ain't trying to let this man like reach out to somebody else that he feels like he can make himself better as a fighter. That's a little selfish, bro. I ain't gonna lie, it's a little selfish. It's a little selfish. I ain't gonna hold you. Just a little bit, man. I ain't gonna lie. Just a little bit. But let me play this clip from Rolly, man. Rolly been on a roll lately, man.
And Terrence Crawford wants to go up and wait.
That sounds like some bullshit. That shit ain't gonna happen.
You don't think he goes up?
Fuck no.
Okay.
Fuck no. But if Terrence Crawford moves up to fight Canelo, then it's gonna be a worse fight than fucking Charlo running around and all this stuff. I'm gonna tell you straight up. Canelo by murder against Crawford. That shit wouldn't happen. They have weight classes for a reason.
Wow.
Now I'm with them with they got weight classes for a reason. But I do feel like certain skill sets and certain talents are able to overcome certain weight differences. Now I'm not saying for sure. I think, Crawford would be able to overcome that weight difference with ease. But I don't think it'll be worse than Charlo fighting Canelo. I don't, because of the temperament of the fighters and the different skill sets. Crawford got a completely different skill set than a Jermell Charlo. You get what I'm saying? So there's some things in there that he'll be able to do that Charlo wasn't able to execute. And I think it'll make it a difficult fight for definitely as long as it lasts. Like, for me, I'm willing to say that if that fight were to take place now, I know I've said in the past that weight is just too much. I'm not asking for him to do it, but I think if it's anybody that can find a way to do it, skill set wise, it'd be him. But that's an extremely tough fight because it's so much weight. So I am acknowledging that, but I'm just more so basing it on a skill standpoint because he said it'd be a murder and it'd be worse than Charlo running around the ring. I don't think so because of the skill sets are different. Crawford skill set is more in line with the kind of style that gives Canelo fits. Charlo more so is a style, obviously, what you're saying that more suits Canelo, obviously, whereas I think Crawford could be a lot more crafty and more difficult to deal with from an IQ standpoint because of the skill sets and the styles. You know what I'm saying? The biggest issue with that fight is the weight. It's not skills, because if think about it, if Canelo was the same exact size as Crawford, and they height wise they're the same, but talking about weight. They was in the same exact weight class skillfully. Who would you pick? I'm pretty sure most people in here pick Crawford. So you get where I'm trying to say? So it's not like he don't have some chance in the world of winning the fight, but it's a very tough task. And it's a lot to ask for somebody to pick up all that weight, 3 different weight classes, and fight the king of the hill that's there. You know what I'm saying? But if there's anybody that could come close to doing it because of the skill set, it would be Crawford. Like, I'm not saying that he wins for sure, but I don't think it's a murder the way, Rolly's saying. Rolly's a funny guy. I don't think it's that, though. Yeah, man, prayers for the people in Baltimore, man. Like I said earlier, that watching that just was wild to see that. Cornelius was good with it, player. How you feeling? Yeah, Canelo. And look, again, a lot of people call Andre Ward a hater, right? They call Andre Ward a hater for saying, what he said about Canelo, but tell me, is he lying? He said that if he fought Crawford, he would get no credit for it because he's too small. Did that stop him fighting Amir Khan, who was too small, that he brought up into a weight class that he shouldn't have been in, and he almost sent Amir Khan to meet his maker in live time in front of everybody? Like, this is the same dude that almost sent Amir Khan to meet his maker in front of the whole world, to the point where he knocked him out so brutally he couldn't even celebrate it. He knocked him out so viciously he couldn't even celebrate the knockout because this dude's soul pretty much left his body. And I'm willing to bet anything that he had an out-of-body experience, whether he remembered it or not. I'm for sure if having an out-of-body experience is a real thing, you bet your bottom dollar that Amir Khan definitely had an out-of-body experience when Canelo lowered that boom and knocked his life out of him for a second. Like he definitely seen that his body from the outside. I'm for sure he did. Like if it was ever a time in boxing that somebody could, almost seen you there, that was that. Yeah, like that man he went down immediately. It was like 3 times worse than when Danny Garcia caught him at like 140 when they fought. Man, that man really was watching his body laying there from the outside. Like, I know that can't be me. Yeah, it's you. It's definitely you. And if you don't hurry up and get back in there, you might not make it up. They get your ass back inside your body and get up. But again, my point being is, what Ward said made a lot of sense. You didn't have no problem bringing him up and knocking him out cold in front of everybody to the point where you couldn't even celebrate. So don't give me you wasn't worried about what credit and recognition you would have got when you sent him halfway to meet his maker and back. You get what I'm saying? Like he definitely seen the sunken place, sent that man to the shadow realm and back. You get what I'm saying? Amir Khan was never the same after that. Never. He already was getting his chin shattered. That completely shattered whatever piece of chin he had left. That was the tipping point right there. At that point, it was over. Like the legend of Amir Khan that was it right there. There was no reason for you to be in the ring with that mule. None of Canelo in there. That when he hit Amir Khan, it was like a mule kicking a human in the face. That's what that was the equivalence of. Like that man went to sleep immediately, like unconscious. And I said this before, like I make the jokes and I just be joking. I say, yo, look how Leo was when Tank slept him, right? That was on par with that. That might have been worse because he had bigger fighter and he had somebody that had no business in the ring with him. He sent that man to the shadow realm, the sunken place, the outer limits, like all of that in one. I'm like, bro, you didn't have no problem doing that to him. But I'm telling you now, fighters real recognize real. Don't ever forget it. Skill recognize skill. Canelo could think whatever he want. Yeah, he probably in his mind think, yeah, Crawford too small. I'll do this or I'll do that. But make no mistake about it. He know full well what kind of challenge that'll be. And I guarantee you that's not on his top list of things to do. You can say what you want. That's not. Because if it was, he would do it. I'm not trying to hear this shit. He just brought Charlo up from a couple weight classes down. And he had no problem beating him up. Had no problem doing that. Off a layoff and all that. How much credit did you think you was going to get for that? So he wasn't worried about credit when it was him, right? But Terrence Crawford brings something a little different to the table, and nobody going to convince me otherwise. I'm not saying he's scared or ducking, but in terms of priority and things that to do, that's not on his list of things. And I call a cop out and a bullshit excuse when he try to say the reason he won't fight him is because he ain't getting no credit. Nah, that shit risky. That shit risky. Crawford go mess around going there and give you flashbacks of what Mayweather did to you. I'm telling you, stylistically, he got a style to trouble him. I don't care what you say. And I said this before, if those dudes was in the same exact weight class, more than likely, if you say who was going to win, people would pick Terrence Crawford. The reason people would pick Canelo, with confidence is because he's so much bigger. It's not because skillfully he's so much better. And I know that's not the case. You get what I'm saying? So I'm a firm believer of skills pay the bills. But at the same time, I'm a firm believer in it's weight classes for a reason. So when it comes to that fight, I'm like 50-50 torn on it. One, because it's a shit ton of weight. That's 20-something pounds. And then, the other side is, skills pay the bills. And if it's anybody that got the skills, it would be Crawford. But that'd still be an extremely tough fight. You know what I'm saying? Christopher White said Canelo ain't I feel you, Bud brings a can of ass whooping. You know it, Rick. You know it. He just bring a different element to the game that he would make the fight extremely difficult for you. You get what I'm saying? And it's one of those. It is like a lose-lose because if you beat him, yeah, you're right. People might say, you just brought him up from 3 weight classes, but that risk factor, if you lose to a guy that you brought up 3 weight classes and he beat you and dethroned you, and you did all of that maneuvering around Benavidez, think about the implications of that. You're not going to tell me as great as a businessman as people say he is, as the businessman he is, and he's so great that he ain't considered that ain't at least played through his mind. He like, yeah, I'll go that. I bring that young boy. I bring that, not young, but I bring that smaller guy up and 3 weight classes down, and he beat my ass. And I've been maneuvering around Benavidez all this time. Ain't no going back to the table. There's no way you can sell to anybody you the best of anything. And I just don't think that's a challenge that he'd be willing to take. I think it's a lot to lose right there. I'm telling you, because Crawford ain't going easy. I truly believe that. But again, I'm a stay consistent. That weight is a shit ton to get over. You know what I mean? That's a lot of weight, because it's one thing to gain the weight, and it's another thing to have to perform at the elite level with that amount of weight on you. You get what I'm saying? He'd be in unfamiliar territory, I would think, with that much weight on him. But who knows? You know what I'm saying? He is a special talent, though. And I ain't saying he'll just go in there and beat Canelo, but just when you're comparing them in terms of skills, it's a lot more comparable than people think. The only big difference is power and weight. And I'm telling you, that's it. Outside of that, Terence Crawford will be right in the fight, right with him. You know what I'm saying? It'd just be that risk factor looming over him if you get hit. Like, you get what I'm saying? By somebody that has competed as high as 175. Like, that's a lot. You know what I mean? That dude is a big guy. The little dude comes up at 168 and whoops my ass. I'm telling you, I ain't fooled. He ain't fooling me. But again, I'm not trying to say he's scared or nothing. I'm going to just put it on, like people say, he the great businessman. Yeah. And that would be bad business if he allowed a guy to come from 147 to 68 and kick his ass and take all his belts. Meanwhile, he could have just fought David Benavidez and people would have respected you, win, lose, or draw. You just could have gotten there with the Mexican monster for all of that. So it's a risk that I think if you this great businessman that everybody say he is, I don't think he considering that. He like, nah, I'm cool on that. Yeah, I'm gonna sit here and pick these dudes. I'm gonna pick through what's left up here. You know what I mean? I know it's nobody, and I mean nobody whispering Jonabek's name after Ramadan. He come back out. Yeah, Jonabek, you know who mentioned Jonabek 12? Carlos Adames. They had like some like respectable words back and forth with each other about making a fight. I think that one would deliver. Carlos Adames recently said something about going to Puerto Rico to fight Berlinga too, and going up to 68. But that'd be tough. Let's not forget he was entertaining fighting Errol Spence, with the exception of a few fights in his career. Welterweight, is a career. Yeah, facts. That's why I say, like, it's convenience, man. Skill, recognize skill. They know what Crawford brings to the table. And I'm not just saying, he's Superman. He's going to fly up there and just beat him. But it won't be an easy out for him. He gonna have to prepare. And he won't be as careless and as reckless as Amir Khan. And I will highlight, y'all, Amir Khan was like a fish out of water. He had no business up there fighting Canelo. What was it? They fought at 150, 55 catch weight or something like that. He had no business there. You get what I'm saying? So, but look at how the fight was going up until he got the boom lowered on him, and he almost got sent to meet him. You know what I'm saying? Canelo sent him to meet him, bro. But look how the fight was going. That was one-sided in Amir Khan's favor. That hand speed and them combinations he was tearing Canelo up for about 3-4 rounds till he caught up to him. Canelo made that adjustment. He kept getting inching close. Amir Khan too brave for his own good, not realizing that Canelo was luring him in, and then he just caught him and it's ended him. Definitely selling that fight to me. Just most definitely selling that fight. I got to. I'm trying to tell you. Telling you all things. Look, when you think about the skill set, it's closer than people think. Because if you just had to say, if Crawford was a natural 68 pounder and that was the next fight for Canelo, knowing what his skill set is, who would you pick? You get what I'm saying? Because I'm damn sure not picking Canelo. That's why I say you got to really get that fight a real look. I know the weight is a real thing, but skills is real too. And if that dude could find a way to acclimate that kind of weight and operate at a high level with the weight on him without fatiguing, because all that stuff is real, right? You know what I'm saying? All that stuff is a factor, so it'll be extremely tough. But outside of that, I'll say this, though. If he acclimated to the weight, I'm definitely would pick Crawford. Crawford needs to drop the belts. I'll say this, try to be as fair as I can, right? I'm telling you, 12, I'm telling you, it'll be a good one, right? When you think about it like that, from a skill standpoint, you consider the weight, but you also acknowledge the skills too. And Crawford ain't at no deficit when it comes to skill in there. You know what I mean? That's a place where I know Canelo got a ton of experience, but Crawford is skilled enough to overcome the experience of a Canelo, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? But he had to fight a damn near perfect fight for sure. Because you can't take too many shots from that dude. He'll lose again to a 36-year-old. You know what I'm saying? Christopher White. He don't want that, Chris. He don't want that. But yeah, back to that. Do I think he should drop the belts? I feel like this, right? With much respect to him, because I know he earned them. You know what I'm saying? I know he felt like he did what he was supposed to do to earn them. So I'm not a guy that's always calling for somebody to be stripped or, oh, drop the belts. But I will say this to be fair to boxing. If you are never fighting at 147 again, then I think you should really consider dropping the belts, because that way people could, you know, kind of quiet up on some of the boots talk, because we'll officially know that you have no intent on fighting there again. You get what I'm saying? But if you have intent, then keep them. I get what I'm saying. But if not, I don't know if it's a leveraging tactic, possibly. I'm not for sure. You just don't know. And I'm not completely oblivious to that. Maybe there's a possibility that he could be you know, leveraging with the belts, possibly. I'm not sure. But other than that, yeah, if you're not fighting at 47, yeah, I'll say it's fair to drop them and just let the division keep moving. Next gen, what it do, family? How you feeling? More hyped than skill. Naming the fighter Canelo's fought and beating their prime. Man, now it's an interesting conversation, bro. I'm telling you, it is, Mr. Empire, and we ain't taking nothing from him. We just know what it is. Tell you what's good with it, fam. Y'all think Bud can beat Canelo? Skillfully. Listen, skillfully, I would have Bud. Like, put it this way, bro. I know I can't do this, and my biggest reservation is the weight. Tay, I think the weight would be the biggest challenge to overcome. You know what I mean? That's very tough. Weight classes are there for a reason. But like I said before, I do believe in skills paying the bills. And if you just hypothetically, if either Canelo was at 47 or say Crawford was a natural 68 pounder with his skill set, do you see him being able to beat Canelo? You get what I'm saying? Like, I think when you look at that matchup, and maybe I'm just speaking for me, I don't know how all y'all see it. I think what gives people, you know, some resistance, or people are hesitant about that fight in terms of picking Bud against a Canelo, is because of that weight. I'm telling you, it's not skill. You don't feel like, oh, skillfully Bud will be in trouble. That's not where you at with it. Skillfully, Canelo would be in trouble. He would have to rely on the same situation that he relied on with Amir Khan, when eventually when I catch you, it's going to be over. Because if he didn't have that in his back pocket against Amir Khan, look how that fight was going. He was going to get outboxed, and thoroughly too. You get what I'm saying? And Crawford beat the absolute shit out of Amir Khan without having to be so much bigger than him. You get what I'm saying? So just stylistically, he made Amir Khan quit. Amir Khan ain't even want to finish with Crawford. You get what I'm saying? I'm telling you, Canelo will be in trouble until he catch him. He'll have a damn fight on his hands, is what I'm saying. I ain't saying Crawford beats him for sure, but I know skillfully from what I'm saying, hell yeah, get that man some trouble. He'll have to rely on that same tactic that he had going in there with Amir Khan. I know you fast, I know you skillful, but I know at some point I'm gonna catch you, and that'll have to be his mentality. He'll have to like lean his hat on that. You know what I mean? Lay his hat there. He have to lean on that. That'll be his only leg to lean on. I don't think he'll be more skillful or none of that. You know what I'm saying? That's where I'm at with it. But still a very tough fight though, because of the size, bro. GG style just different. Yeah, that was a good fight though. They made the first two fights was good, but to be honest, I feel Tszyu will get the win. I know the chat will hate on me. Oh, you think Tszyu will beat Bud? We might get to see that. I hope we get to see it, bro. I hear he got his eyes on him. I hope we get to see that. Why not? It's not a bad fight. I think Bud would beat him. I think he's just too skilled for somebody like Tszyu. And Tszyu, although he hit hard, his style, I just feel like I think Bud would be able to deal with that. I really do. I really do. I just don't think that'll work. Like, I don't think that'll be the guy to beat him. Like Tszyu, nah. I think you need a different style to beat Bud Crawford, in my opinion. I think you need to be able to mimic more of what he does in the ring to beat him. You know what I'm saying? And I like when you think of a Jaron Boots Ennis, even if you think Boots will lose, you know, the matchup, while stylistically it'd be fun because he'll be able to react, quick twitch muscles and you know, reaction time, things like that. That Bud got good counter punching. things like that. But Boots has those things, those qualities that make that fight entertaining. Like, but you would expect the IQ or the experience of Bud to take over at some point, probably, and that's why people would pick Bud to win that fight, which is understandable. But I think when you look at Tszyu, just stylistically, I think, you know, he can push the pace and try to, you know, give anybody a tough fight, but I think Bud would be able to figure him out. You get what I'm saying? That's what I believe. I think he'll figure a guy out like Tszyu. You get what I'm saying? Like, he don't have the trickiest style, but you just can't be in there right in front of Tszyu. Like, that's what I've seen. If you're not right in front of Tszyu, you can give him issues. You can't stand in front of the dude because he got tricky hand speed and he let his hands go. He got good punch placement too, and he's very patient. You get what I'm saying? So he got a cerebral approach. He's just not some mindless come forward guy. He's a smart dude. He's a thinker in there. Tszyu be in there trying to figure it out. So, I mean, but at the same token, I just think Bud's higher IQ, smarter guy, different style thing. Stylistically, he'd be able to pick him apart a bit. I do. You know what I'm saying? I don't think the pressure bursts Bud pipes, so to speak, and he'll get to him in that way. I don't. No, I just think you need, from what I've seen from Tszyu, I think you need more versatility in the ring to completely deal with Bud. I think with the style of Tszyu, yeah, maybe that pressure come forward style can give him some issues to a certain degree. But again, you trying to complete the mission, not just give him issues or win a couple rounds or make it interesting. You trying to win. And I think he just, from what I've seen in the ring, I think Tszyu might lack the versatility needed to beat a Bud Crawford. Like, I think he'll be able to make the fight entertaining, maybe tough in some areas or whatever the case. But I think overall, I think he falls short just a little bit in that department. I think Bud will be able to, you know, pick him off, pick him apart, and beat him. They say beat the living shot of Timmy. Bud should get with Caleb Plant before we go to Canelo way. I ain't mad at that. Remo was good with it. Let's talk fashion. The vision is in the building. His JBT family was good, bro. Unless you get lucky and catch him slipping, like Green Machine, right? I'm telling you, Shaba. And other than that, he's gonna be very disciplined and poised, and he can do it for 12 rounds, bro. His focus and attention to detail has always been one of his best qualities, man. The ability to be able to consistently perform. You get what I'm saying? From round to round at a high level. That's one of his strongest qualities, in my opinion. To crack him, yeah, he got the power. Yeah, he do. Definitely got the power. He had to crack him for sure. Legacy Define was good with it, bro. He'll definitely have to crack him. I think he'll have to knock him out, in my opinion. I don't see Bud getting outboxed by Tszyu. You get what I'm saying? It's similar to a Canelo fight. You know what I mean? Different challenge for sure, but I'm just saying, like, skill standpoint, I think Bud is more skillful than both of them dudes. You know what I'm saying? I think Canelo will have to rely on the weight. And I think with Tszyu being only a weight class up at 54, I don't think that weight will be too much for Bud to deal with and overcome. I don't. Like, going up another weight class and fighting him, not saying it'll be easy. Yeah, he's getting older, but I don't think he old. And I ain't seen enough wear and tear from Bud Crawford to feel like Tszyu gonna beat him. I ain't see him losing a step. Like I think if it's safe to say after 40 fights, can you say Bud Crawford look like he's losing his step? Because I think that would be like, you get what I'm saying? It'd be kind of shocking to say that coming off based on what we have to base it off. You get what I'm saying? And people say you're only as good as your last. We get the situation that it was, right? But if you're going off of that, he don't look like a guy that's losing a step at all. Tszyu look like a guy that's constantly improving and getting better. So I think it makes for a good fight, but I still think Timmy would get schooled by Bud. I do. Tony Harrison laws, I was hurt. Yeah, I hate to see Tony get hit like that. I was like, man, grab him and hold him, bro. Grab him and hold him, bro. Bud's going to Zoo just like he did Horn. Yeah, I'm telling you. That'd be crazy if I was just watching this video of Bud and how strong he is. How he was flipping this dude around. It was a little crazy to see it. You know what I'm saying? Throwing this to this reporter, I think it was a reporter he was like wrestling with. I'm like, yeah, this dude really strong as hell. If he get in a fight with Tszyu and he able to just outmaneuver him and be stronger than him, that'd be crazy, man. That'd be wild. Sad to say, but Zewski is being for the slaughter off. Oh, Tszyu was being. I mean, I think, hey, listen, he getting there with Bud. I think all bets are off. But that's what he's saying. Like, that's the type of fights it's the type of fights he want to go after. 100% school. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Y'all make sure y'all smash the like button. But again, man, we got a pay-per-view worthy card on the way, man. Well, let's move on, man. Let's change gears for a quick second, man. I seen this clip that I came across with Teddy Atlas. And again, you know, Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney fight been the talk of the YouTube and the social media world for quite some time for a number of different reasons, right? And more recently, you know, I seen not only Leonard Ellerbe speaking about the fight, saying he don't think Ryan should fight. You know, Teddy Atlas gave his thoughts on what he think about the fight and if Ryan should fight. And he kind of spoke real briefly about the athletic commission as well, man. This fight got a lot of people weighing in on it, a lot of different emotions and feelings about this fight.
You know, in the fight, but I think it's gonna be a great.
Not only don't I think he should fight, I'm going to take it a step further. If he fights, I will suggest that the New York State Athletic Commission gets shut down, because there's no sense in having a commission if with everything that.
Man, he's suggesting that the New York State Athletic Commission gets shut down if they allow Ryan to fight.
Not only don't I think he should fight, I'm going to take it a step further. If he fights, I will suggest that the New York State Athletic Commission gets shut down, because there's no sense in having a commission if with everything that we've seen, with all the stuff out there that we've all seen that scares us. You know, some people laugh, they get stupid. But it's scary. It's scary. He's drinking a bottle. He's smoking weed. He's drinking a bottle of liquor. He's talking about taking hallucinogenics. He's saying that he got kidnapped and by a group that took him in the woods and forced him to watch little kids. I mean, when you put it into that, and you're talking about a guy before a huge fight is in that kind of mental condition, if you're a commission and you do not force him to see qualified psychiatric people to be evaluated by the right medical people, shut the commission down.
Man, see how he got emotional with that one, man. I see they did ask him to you know, about a mental evaluation, and he declined it. So I mean, from that point, I don't know what they do, just force him to not fight. You get what I'm saying? But I mean, that's big. He's saying he would suggest that they be shut down for even allowing this dude to take a fight. And I said this before, it wasn't just me that was saying, it was a number of different things that he was revealing all at one time. And even if it's nothing wrong with him, you could at least say at the bare minimum that his focus is at least seemed to be in a lot of different places. And that's before a very big fight. So you can't say that, you know, it's not the slightest bit concerning. But at the end of the day, look, I think there's just some people in place that care about him, but they also care about what he can do as long as he's fighting. And I think that's the slippery slope that people are dealing with when it's him. You know, you got people like his pop saying he good, but then you got his brother saying otherwise. You got his chick saying this, that he ain't good. Like, so it's tricky. But again, he keep making the different headlines and people keep making videos and speaking about all this different stuff. Like, it's crazy to say the least, man. I don't want to even use the word crazy. I just say it's a little bit odd, man. It's different. You know what I mean? The approach is much different. Gertz, what's good with it, bro? How you feel? He said this coming from a dude that trained Mike Tyson. As you already know. Not a diagnosis, they can't just pull him no matter what he says and does. Yeah. I think that's why they asked 23. I think that's why they asked, though. Why they suggested it. Frequent Flyer was good, Brody. How you feeling? I think that's why they asked. And he said no. He said he good, but we'll find out. I just know people better document this, like just like how he was saying how good he was for the Tank fight and saying how good he felt and how dumb Tank is because he's just trying to make him believe that he ain't good. I think people forgot all of that and waited till the fight was over. It's like, oh, he was drained, he was dehydrated, he was weak, he wasn't himself, he was at a disadvantage, he was handicapped. Nah, bro. I remember he was saying he was good, he was smashing them tacos, talking about Tank is so dumb, like, you know, it's the art. Remember, they were suggesting that it was the art of war and all that. I think people forgot that. So that's that same dude. So I mean, I'm not giving him no out. I ain't giving him no out for that as an excuse when he lost, and I'm not about to give him no out here. He said he good. I'm just gonna have to roll with it. But I just felt the need to bring that back up because that's something else that kind of caught my eye when he said, "Damn, the commission need to be shut down." That's how bad it is. He feel like, man, Ryan don't need to be nowhere near the boxing ring. But we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out for better or for worse. I'm telling you, especially after he had the wrong people around him next gen. Once, you know, Tyson had the people. Again, very similar situation next gen. You see a guy that probably shouldn't, the best place for him is not necessarily in the ring per se, but at the end of the day, you still making sure that he get up in there because you look to gain off him financially. And I think that's some of the case with Ryan Garcia. That's my opinion. That's what I think. Why else would somebody be saying he good? Like, I'm a father. I can honestly put myself in a father's shoes and say if my son had one of the biggest fights of his life coming up and he was doing all this, I would definitely think something wasn't all the way right. Get what I'm saying? Either he worried about something, he got something on his heart, he need to sit down and talk about it, or whatever the case. But I would definitely won't be sitting up talking about how good he is because he don't sound like he good. You know what I'm saying? That's for me. He just don't sound like it. Right. No, it is. It's tough. LaMarcus is tough, bro. It's tough. It's tough, bro. And technically, how to say wasn't diagnosed. Wasn't even diagnosed. Yeah, I would have think so, but shit, who knows with this dude? Yeah, that's all I'm saying is he not getting the excuses because he not even giving himself one now. So what I'm saying is, like, just like he was saying he was good when he fought Tank, and then he waited till he lost and say he wasn't good. Like, you can't say you good now and then you losing. Like, well, I had this going on. Nah, bro, because people was trying to tell you wasn't good and you kept saying you was, if you get where I'm going. So I don't think I'm being too hard on him. And I hope he is good because I want to see a damn good fight, like I keep saying. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, man. We shall see. We shall see. So he putting hands on that man. So look, that brings me into, something else that I noticed too. So aside from that, if he good or not, we just gonna say he is because he said he is, right? But did y'all see that sit down with them? Like, I don't want to say the face off. What was that? The little, where they sit down and they be going back and forth. And they brought up Ryan brought up the amateur fight, and they said some little interesting things in this little short clip, y'all, and it got me to thinking, and I'm like, like could this fight be better than we think? Because all Ryan got to do is show up in shape and be focused, and this is already a better fight. They're saying he win, but you get what I'm saying, a better fight for that reason. So, but I was listening to this little clip, man, and something kind of caught my ear, man.
And it's sparring.
Do you remember?
And it's sparring.
Do you remember West Virginia Junior Olympic Nationals? How bad I beat the shit out of you?
It was a split decision.
Bro, how bad did I beat the shit out of you though? If
you never beat the shit out of me.
Stop it, bro.
You never beat the shit out of me.
Really?
No, you won that fight though. You won that fight
for sure.
You did. I give you that.
I feel like I dominated.
He went in there and he jumped on me. I wasn't
right off the rip.
He surprised me that fight. I'm not gonna lie. After that, I've been woke. I remember that. I still remember that to this day. I said I'll never let him do that again.
No, and then I tried to do it again. It didn't work. I was pissed. I was like, damn.
Devin. Now y'all see that? My bad, y'all. So look, did y'all catch it? And what Ryan's method of victory was back then might be his only method of victory this time around. Like, I know they was amateurs and was back then, but you heard what Dev said. Yeah, he jumped on me. I wasn't ready for that. I ain't gonna lie. He got me. He got me. Say he jumped on me, but then Ryan admitted that he tried it again and he said that shit didn't work. So that's why I said, y'all, when that sparring tape got released, everybody making an argument about, this and that. In reality, just like he learned from that situation in the amateurs, he jumped on him the first time, he wasn't ready for it. The next time he tried it, he was ready for it. It's the same thing as him in the sparring situation. Yeah, you had to weather a storm, but I think from that situation, he got better from it. You get what I'm saying? Instead of making all these other weak ass arguments for him, you could just say that, you know what I mean? Those are the experiences that make you better. But at the same token, that's his only method of victory to me. You get what I'm saying? I think him having to jump on him having to try to be aggressive, like, you got to try to be first in this fight. He said they act like they good friends. They definitely not enemies for sure. Man, we're really friends. That's why it's so sad when Ryan gonna have to do to him. Now he in next gen going with Ryan said, "What a disgrace." Niggas giggling. About what? I don't know what you're talking about. What's a disgrace, GM? Cecil, what's good with it, bro? Go good in the building. Cecil, my guy, was good. Dad say we'll never let that happen again. Probably why Dad training so hard. That's why I try to say to people, like, he's one of those dudes that could. Oh, he's saying them up there giggling and shit, laughing with each other. Because they ain't beefing, man. They ain't no beef. They just selling the fight, man. At the end of the day, that's what that stuff lets you know. Where my guy Omega Red at, man? I missed him. Salute to my guy Omega Red. What's good, bro? It was Popeye's chicken sandwich. It was a trick. Now people go crazy. Can't fool me. You know it. You know it. Talking about, Ryan and Dad giggling with each other. Yeah, go GM. You know they ain't no beefs. You know what I mean? But why I play that clip, y'all, is because you heard what he said in there. Like, he jumped on him, he caught him off guard. Yeah, best bet is to try that again. But again, you know, Dev is very good at learning, I think, and preparing. So that's where this fight is going to be won in preparation. Obviously, IQ, discipline, this stuff I've been saying all along. Ryan's best shot is to try to jump on him. It's much the same way he did as an amateur. You know, it didn't work the second time around, but maybe it worked the first time as an amateur. Maybe it worked the first time as a pro. You get what I'm saying? Maybe you try that, and that's your best shot, because sitting back, you're going to get picked off. So you trying to get the same treatment as Diddy? No Diddy. Man, I can't believe they made that a thing, yo. The internet is undefeated, bro. I promise y'all. Y'all make sure y'all smash the like button for me, man. I'll do it. So it's going to be the same way you see it real soon. Oh, yeah. Now, I know what you're saying, but I try to look at the bright side for the young man and say, at least he weathered the storm, man. I'm pretty sure he learned from that situation. He never found himself in that situation in the damn boxing gym again after learning from that. I mean, could have kept the face off. GM, my boy GM ain't feeling it. He like, nah, they was too friendly with that energy at. That just goes to show you that this stuff be entertainment, man. Dudes don't, you know what I mean? It's competitive at the end of the day. Make no mistake, Dev ain't like he gonna take it easy on him in the ring. That's all I care about. But it was funny to hear them talk about their little back and forth, and the amateurs where he hopped on him. He hopped on Dad, made it a tough fight for him. You know what I'm saying? Made it a tough fight. I'll go to something else too. He's saying while they sit in the chairs. GM ain't feeling it. He said y'all could have kept that, man. They sitting down in chairs, giggling, friendly, just chopping it up, man. They about to have don't worry. 420 is going to be a proper dust up, GM. Don't worry, bro. It's going to be a proper dust up. You could guarantee that, man. You know what I mean? Devin won't take it easy on him in that ring for sure. And he going to be ready to fight. But again, I hope Ryan, I hope he focused, bro. That's all I can say. I hope he in shape, and I hope he focused. I seen him step on the scale recently. He was, at 154 pounds or something like that. I hope you ready to fight. Come fight now, dude. We gave it an AB stamp of approval, just do. It should have hired Dr. Umar to sell the fight. You stupid. It was arguing over who rocked who worse. Like, what are we talking about? Ryan got to sell it, man. Ryan ain't got a bunch of, you know what I mean? He had to go back to when they scrapped it out. Lean shit, no weight bully. I feel you. D Free was good with it. Yeah, it was funny though, man. It's funny, but again, that's what caught my ear. That's why I really played it though, y'all, because the whole how he jumped on him, and I'm just thinking I know that's amateur stuff, but again, it just makes me the same reason why I feel like that would work for him now is probably the same reason it worked when it actually did, right? Because that's his best chance. He actually got real speed and power, and if he could catch you off guard, he could disrupt some shit, right? But I think the longer the fight wears on, the more Devin Haney settles into a rhythm, the tougher the fight gets for him. And the higher the chances y'all got seeing him do that shoulder roll that y'all like seeing him do so much. You know what I'm saying? That Victorville shell that my boy Dub told me it ain't from Victorville, but he gonna do that come fight night. Watch. He start doing that, it's gonna be all wrong for him. 100% if he's doing that in that fight, it's not a good sign. At any point that you start doing that Victorville shell, it's gonna be all bad. Watch what I tell you. James Field, salute, fam. He said that was a great face-off. This is in the old boxing. These youngers grow up together. They don't have beef. It's called being competitive, and it will really help boxing because it's true competition. And I appreciate that, James. I ain't mad at that, bro. I wasn't mad at the face-off. I get my boy Jim. Some people just expect more, man, and some people just, you know, in boxing, sometimes we be set in our ways. We like what we like. You know what I'm saying? But I get it for what it was worth. You know what I mean? They talked a little bit of trash. I don't expect it to get too crazy because I don't think it's no real beef there. I do think it's a competitive side of things with them two dudes. Obviously, if they fought each other 6 times, like, damn, that's a lot. Shit, we thought Boots and Gary Russell fought each other a lot with 4, but they upped it to 6. So, and they split 3 and 3. That's crazy. So, I mean, this fight makes sense, man. They settle it. They settle it with everything on the line, man. Settle it with everything on the line. It's just unfortunate for Ryan. He been slacking and Devin Haney been working. So that's what's going to show up come fight night. Nick Ballin TV, what up with it, man? He said, say the good one time the fight night without check clear. Say basketball. Bro ain't feeling it. Bro ain't feeling it. But just do what if that's not the case and Ryan goes in there on point and ends up clipping him. Man, what would be the spin? Man, I'm telling you, shake the boxing world up with a knockout. with a knockout or something, he shakes the boxing world up. Thomas turns the boxing world upside down, literally on his head. Boom. And King Rod becomes the king for a while, man. He get to talk crazy and all that. That's wild. He'll be a champion and everything, bro. I'm telling you, it'll get chaotic. It might be a fight in the arena somewhere, Ryan win. They said that, man, Mama should have swallowed him. Oh, yeah, it's up after that. Yeah, they did say that. They did say that. I forgot about that. Remo. They did say that. Yeah, Ryan win his chaos. Nick, somebody might fight in the crowd. Somebody might get beat up. If Ryan win. You getting clipped. It's a matter of how many can he take. Damn, next gen, you dead? Oh, you really going with Ryan? Haneyville will never be the same. They'd be sick, bro. They grew up together and went to the malls together and after together and everything, just like top range, top prospects, Shakur, and then traveled across country together. Nah, I'll be getting it. It'd be some you know, some understanding there. It ain't all beef. I think it's competitive. Like, I don't need it to be beef to see a good fight, but I understand what some people just like what they like. They like for it to be wartime. You get what I'm saying? I think that's what GM's saying. That's all. He just like to see these. You want to see them keep that same aggressive energy all the way throughout. Y'all want to beat each other asses, act like it. You know what I mean? I ain't mad at it. Me said Bill gonna be crying. Man, that'd be a tough one. I ain't gonna lie. It'd be tough, bro. No, I'm going with Ryan. I already placed my bets. Some odds disrespectful. Oh, you going with the odds? Your odds, man. You think the odds in your favor next gen? I feel you. So I'll be out there and cut my wrist after EJ. Right. Nah, for real though. Nah, for real. It'd be all right, man. He'd be all right, bro. It'd be all good. Nah, for real though. But yeah, man, that'll turn the boxing world upside down, bro. He go in there and win and stop that dude or something. Stop Haney. That'd be crazy. That's the only way he could win to me. Like he land a punch or something like that, catch him. Because other than that, he getting boxed up. They're gonna be swinging the air like Trey. Bill might actually punch somebody, man. Bill might sock somebody out. And then it gets dropped in there. I realized we went from cussing each other out at the press conference and giggling at the table the same day, right? He say, okay. They GM want to see them at each other's throats. He ain't trying to hear no peace talks. That's what GM like. No peace talks at the table, B. Where that energy at? I feel you, though. But either way, I'm cool. Like, I get it. After this one, the Dev's going to go crazy in this fight. He might show 65% of his bag in this one. Okay. I hear you. Okay. James said he gonna show 65% of his bag in this one. Okay, let's go, Dad. You know what I mean? He got the opponent to do it. Let's go. I can hear Ryan now calling for a take rematch. I hope Ryan don't win. Ryan about to get pieced up. I'm just hoping for a KO either way. It's fun when you ain't got a dog in the race and you just watching the fight. Don't care who win. But I'm just telling you now, Dev is saying he ain't playing. He ain't come to play. Front line, what it do, family? How you feeling, bro? You're gonna need a magician's bag. Bro gonna be in his bag, man. You know what I'm saying? Haneyville's for delusional fans of Devin. Haneyville's crazy. That's a whole place, huh? I thought it was the Haney Hive, man. Now y'all call him Haneyville, Haney Clan. And I got hella names. Yeah, you're right. Nah, it's for real though, Shower. Somebody gotta lose. Nah, it's just fun though. It's fun. Like your dude gets smoked, and your dude gets smoked in real time, and you get that lump in your throat. And you gotta keep watching. I've been through it too. I know how I feel. I know how I feel, bro. The jab and grab bag ain't the island. They've got the biggest bag in the game, and most of it ain't even been showed off yet. Dang, he said the religion is Haneyism. And he said he got the biggest bag in the game. That's the first time I heard that. I ain't mad at you, bro. Listen, that dude is tremendously talented, all jokes aside, like all real. So I tell you, he's an elite fighter. I mean, I don't doubt his talent nor skills at all. Dude really could fight. Like, it's the sport of boxing. It's hit and not get hit. He displays the sweet signs at the highest level. He do. His certified beast. These people are Haney out. It's a place to resolve the delusional commentary. Is Haneyville. That's dude, man. Haneyville. Must be a Haney night, though, because all that build talk do work my nerves. Oh, man, I'm telling you. Dad got the biggest bag, bro. Never even made an adjustment. Sheet. Ryan wins. Then he gonna be heartbroken. Shit, cash crypto, so get over the losing them Haney hoes. Damn. I heard what Floyd Senior said. Roll the clip. Floyd Senior. Haney to slow some off, show some offense. Ryan finna be half sleeping there. I mean, there's no doubt that he's going to be at a skills deficit for sure. He's going to have to overcome that. He's going to have to figure it out. Get what I'm saying? He's going to have to figure it out. What? Hold on. What's good with the front line? No talk more smack, Bill or T.O. Senior. I just got it's a tight race, bro. It's a tight race. Oh, man. Yeah. Ryan Garcia tripped out. Yeah, that George Floyd comment ain't going to go over well with people, Ryan. I forgot about that. All we know, Ryan will come in there like Till against Josh. Yo, if he do that shot, well, we got a great fight on our hands right there. We damn sure got a great fight. At the very least, if he do that, we got a damn good fight on our hands, bro. That's a great fight on our hands if he do that. Yeah, he made them George Floyd comments talking about he don't know if he died from a knee or something else. I was like, this or overdose, something like this dude. Here we go, bro. He know how to go like where he don't need to go, and that's what he been doing this whole time. That's why I say he making it so people don't root for him. Then you get up there and be sad in the TikTok video. He said, I'll be watching boxing only. Brian wins, Tyler Bill will be swinging the crown like Cuba Gooding Jr. and Boys in the Hood. Man, I'm telling you, he gonna shake up the boxing world if he's able to do that. Because I don't see too many scenarios where he wins like that. I don't see it. Y'all make sure y'all smash that like button for your boys, man. I got something else we gonna build on too, man. I was watching a little clip from Antoine Russell, and salute to let me make sure I get their name right. What was this? Well-Connected Elite Sports. They did the part 2 with Antoine Russell, and he touched on some things. And he spoke about Matias. He spoke about Devin Haney too. Antoine Russell said he'd walk to Devin Haney easy. And he explained pretty much the game plan and how to beat him. So we're going to get into this, man. Y'all make sure y'all smash that like button. We're going to keep rocking out, man. We're going to keep building. We ain't done yet.
17-0, 17 knockouts, 140 pounds.
This is Antoine Russell, by the way, y'all.
You know, how you doing, man, Mr. Russell?
Man, how I'm doing? That's a tricky question. I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm just cut to the chase. I'm hungry. It's a lot of weak links out there. It's a lot of weak links out there. You hear me?
So it's been a lot of talk, man. We reading the comments. A lot of talk about you ducked Matias, that you got sent the contract and that you ducked him.
I never got
yeah,
sent
doing no
contract.
back tomorrow on Pro Box.
You go out here on the mainstream right now and find any interview that I had about Matias. I called that man out several times. I said all these other title holders, they scared of him. I don't really think they're a boogeyman. I think they're a rock and sock and robot. They just come in shape for real. You got a lot of these pussified fighters out here. They scared of him. I don't really think they're a boogeyman. I think they're a rock and sock and robot. They just come in shape for real. You
say a rock and sock and robot.
Fighters out here. I ain't gonna say no names, but y'all already know who they are. It speaks for itself. They trying to protect some little record that they got. Cool. I'm in it for the sport. I'm trying to bring sport back to its natural state.
Salute, Bert. Appreciate you, bro.
Chaotic sport. Right now, there's a lot of people just, man. It's good to have sportsmanship, but let's rumble.
What you think about the Ryan Garcia, man, shenanigans that been all on the internet?
Man, you said Matias is a rock'em sock'em robot. Let that sink in. Gary A he on demon time. Talking that talk.
You think Ryan is
which one? There's so many. There's so many.
They saying, man, they think he got mental health issues, man. What you think? You think he just trying to duck the fight, or he really going through it?
I don't think he's trying to duck the fight. I think anybody living in this world long enough, they gonna have a little bit of mental health issues. That's exactly why some of these fighters, majority of these fighters, participate in this sport, because they can get something off their chest and get paid doing it. So as far as mental health issues, I really can't speak to it. If he ain't feeling all the way whole, as far as his opponent, then that's on him. I don't think it got nothing to do with it.
I see another thing. Keith Thurman and Tszyu fight has just been canceled.
Oh, yeah, I heard it. I heard
it. You know, because Keith Thurman had a bicep injury. What you think about that?
I'm going to always be a Thurman fan. But styles make fights. This dude, Tszyu Jr., he coming to work.
Yeah,
he coming to work. And right now, Keith Thurman, he a little bruised. He got
make sure y'all smash that
haven't even fully healed. He basically a wounded soldier. You know what I mean? And he of age. He on his way out. So, man, shit ain't looking too good for my man. So he either going to come in full, complete health and in shape, or don't take the fight, because you're looking for a loss.
Right, fantasy fight, right? You can have any two fighters, right, to fight each other, right? Not including you. A fantasy fight that you would love to see. What fight would you love to see make?
I'm gonna stop it right there. Say Russell just irrelevant. I heard cloud chasing on the guy's name. He should have took the title fight when they presented to him instead of thinking he's bigger than he is. Again, I don't know. I don't know what story you heard. What information you know about that. But for me, when it came to the title shot, his team, from what I read, is the ones that made that decision. It wasn't Russell that said he wasn't ready. His team said they seen some things in the Ramses Bartholomew fight that they needed to tighten up on before taking the title shot. And they felt like getting 1 or 2 more fights and he'd be ready for the title shot. Now I know like the quick reaction when you hear that is like, oh man, why he turned down a title shot? But again, that's a team decision more so than Antoine Russell saying, yo, I ain't ready for that guy. Yo, I don't want to fight. You know what I'm saying? So you got that. And I said, I think it take a real team to know that you had an opportunity right there in front of you and say, you know what, we still need to tighten. We need to cross a couple more T's, dot a couple more I's, and we'd be ready. I think it only make you better in the long run. And it sounded like it made him hungrier. So for me, as a fighter, and you know that he's a real threat to guys, like, I don't care if you think somebody will go get in there and beat him or not. Gary Antoine Russell, will he bring 100% KO ratio? He got that kind of style where he coming to bring that fight. He can test anybody that you put him in there with, win, lose, or draw, right? So when I look at it like that and the kind of caliber of fighter he is, and he's not a big speaker, I can't look at him speaking his mind in this regard as him clout chasing, right? Because it's an interview where he being asked questions and he giving an honest assessment of what he thinks. He said, look, Matias is a rock'em sock'em robot. I ain't never duck or dodge him. Ain't never been no paperwork, those type of things. So he ain't never been offered that fight. But he said on numerous occasions that he'll fight him, which he has been adamant about saying it. And that's at least what you want to hear. That's the start, right? He's saying the names that you don't think he should say. So I don't look at him as a clout chaser per se, right? Because, he's not a big speaker. But this is what you want to hear from these guys. You want to hear who they want to fight and what his mind is on. You don't want him, when they bring up Matias, he's sitting over there. Who is that, trying to act like you don't know who he is? He like, bro, he said in another interview, I'll fight him to show y'all he ain't who he said he is. Like, this is part 2 of that. He called him a rock'em sock'em robot. So he like, hey, look, I'll fight him. You get what I'm saying? So I get it. I think his caliber, the caliber of fighter he is, I don't look at him as a clout chaser because he really can get in there and shake some shit up and make it interesting, right? With all them dudes. So I get it. You want to see him in there in the mix and not just from the sideline talking, but he do got to get active. You know what I'm saying? I do want to see that, and we're gonna see, man. I think he good, bro. I think he last time we seen him against Ken Cruz, he made short work of him. He gonna talk about it. Matias was there. Say, well, his team screwed him. He's behind dudes, and he might not catch up with him. But you see, again, it's only bad if you're not betting on yourself. If you don't think you'll ever be able to position yourself right back there, like he hasn't taken a loss. You get what I'm saying? And the last time you seen him, he got a stoppage, right? So I don't think it's a bad decision per se. It's an interesting decision to say the least, but it's one that me as a fight fan, I can respect because it takes a real team to say, you know what, we got to tighten up on some shit before we throw you in there, right? And I think that only makes him better in the long run. So yeah, you might have took like a temporary pause when you had what you would call a title shot that I'm pretty sure most of us in here felt like he would have beat dude, right? But again, as long as he hasn't lost, he hasn't really taken a step back, right? So then you got to consider his pops passing, and you know what I mean? Just get him to, you know what I mean? Because I think he's a good kid when it's all said and done. He always giving you your money's worth. You're getting in there knocking these dudes out. And he's not big on just barking names, but in this interview, he's being asked specific questions and he giving good answers. And this is actually good content too, because he like, hey, look, man, Matias, rock'em sock'em robot. Some people that don't box have said that. He one of the first people to say this, that's an actual fighter, and I like it. You know what I mean? So I think he'll fight Matias if given the opportunity. I think he's a dog. You get what I'm saying? So you just want to see it. You know what I mean? You just want to see it. You know what I mean? So we'll see. Russell Sr.'s passing away is the worst thing that happened to Antoine. Yeah, Gary Jr. doing what their daddy was doing. I think it just take a while, just like anything else. You know what I mean? It take a while for them to jail, for them to get accustomed. Like, think about it. They had that voice and they All right. Rod, what's good with it, bro? How you feeling? His dad and brother died in the same week. Right. You just gotta, like, some of those things we gotta consider and just look at, like, we be mad at guys for making decisions in their career. Like, just consider it. That's one side of it, right? But look at how many people throw their fighters in title shots where they're not properly prepared and they end up taking a loss. I think it takes a real team to say, you know what, not so fast. And understand and really bet on themselves and say, you know what, we're going to be able to work ourselves right back to this position. He's a fight or two away, in my opinion, right? Like, he's not too far off. 100% KO ratio. He exciting. He always give you your money's worth. You get what I'm saying? He a real fighter. He stay in shape. He out the mix. Like, it's a lot to like about him. You wish you seen and heard more of him. So when he actually get to speaking like this, I like it. You know what I mean? But I get what you're saying. But I look at him as a real fighter, and he going to give all these dudes a tough test if they get in the ring with him, I believe. But let's keep playing this.
Fight that you would love to see. What fight would you love to see make?
Not me. Shit, Boots, Ennis, and Crawford. Crawford, he talking about moving up, seeing Canelo and all that. Cool. He got the skills. You don't necessarily got to bring the punching power up and weight if you got the skills. And he got raw talent. I can't give him.
Heard what he said?
And all that. Cool. He got the skills. You don't necessarily got to bring the punching power up and weight if you got the skills. And he got raw talent.
Now, real quick, I just want to stop that. This is a fighter. This is somebody else. I heard somebody else say this too. I think it was a trainer. When you got the, I think it was Nassim Richardson, RIP to him. When you got the skills, you don't necessarily need to bring the power up with you. Now, I ain't saying that you don't have to have any power, but when you skilled in that regard, like a Terrence Crawford going up the weight class, you don't necessarily have to have the power. The skills could get you the victory, is what I'm saying. You know what I mean? And then the popcorn and everybody's the same fighter that fought as Matias, but with T-Rex arms, with no defense. I don't think Gary Russell. I mean, he got the longest arms, obviously, but I don't think he has no defense. I think he's a well-schooled boxer, bro. I haven't seen him take a ton of punishment, like getting his ass beat in these fights, and he getting these dudes out of there. So I don't know. I like Gary Antoine Russell, bro. And again, I think we be too mad at these fighters for doing what fighters do. You know what I'm saying? He's supposed to talk about who he want to fight. He's supposed to talk his shit. But the thing is, for me, every time you've seen him in the ring, what do? He back it up. He go in there and get on him up. You know what I'm saying? He get on somebody's ass in there. So I like it. Drumming for life. What's good with it, fam? How you feeling? I like it, but I get it. But I just ain't too hard on these dudes because, again, he represents the sport on a pretty consistent level. Like, all we do is just need to see him in the ring more. You get what I'm saying? And it's not a fight at 140, a fighter at 140 that he won't give hell. Whether that's Matias, that's Tszyu, that's Devin Haney, that's Rolly or Pitbull. You get him Richardson Hitchens. Like, he got the kind of style and acumen. He gonna give anybody a tough fight if he don't beat him. You get what I'm saying? Gary Antoine Russell is the truth, and they know it. They know what's up with him. Gary beats everyone at 140. He damn sure got a chance. I think Mr. Gary should just focus on becoming the trainer at this point. Yeah, Antoine and Antonio needed. They do shop what they do. Business side of boxing for sure. The Bartholomew fight was tough. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They seen some things in that shower when I read about it. Like, they seen some things that they needed to tighten up in after that fight. And we even seen some stuff, right? You seen them get clipped with some shots that you don't necessarily see them get clipped with. And like I said, it's easy to critique them and be like, oh, man, they ain't take the title shot. He turning down title shots. He didn't turn anything down. You get what I'm saying? And again, your team, you have a team for a reason. And if they see something, I could respect it rather than them throwing you in there and not being for sure. Better to be for sure than not sure, especially in the game of boxing. You know, especially when people market the O like it's everything. You know what I mean? It's life and death having that O sometimes. So I think if you're gonna, risk it all, you're gonna make sure your guy is well prepared. I just think it take a real team to be able to make that decision and hold off, knowing that you good enough to get it done. You get what I'm saying? It's crazy. I think Gary Russell was one of the best fighters. You know what I mean? When he was active in his days, he was one of the longest reigning champions. I don't know. I get it, but I just know the business of boxing is tough, man. Politics definitely get in the way. You can't say none of these dudes aren't talented. They're all talented. They all can fight. You get what I'm saying? So, and they not big talkers. Like Mr. Gary Russell talks, I think, the most out of any of them. Gary Antoine don't talk enough for me, or Gary Antonio. So, and I mean, they got to be confident. Got to go after Hinches and Sandor to try to get that Devin fight. It will be a good fight. Sandor Martin will be a good fight for Gary Antoine right now, I think.
He got the skills. And he got raw talent. I can't give him that. Can't nobody take that away from him.
So Boots and Crawford, who you got winning? How do you fight? How do you have to fight?
Derek Taylor was good, fam. How you feeling?
It's gonna be real competitive. Terrence, he a veteran, so he's gonna try to take him to deep waters. Boots, he's up and coming. I think he still got a young vigor in him, so he's gonna come in shape, fully healed. Tendons, hands replenished well, 100%. Body, everything just good. He got the youth on his side. Terrence Crawford even had a couple scars, a couple bruises here and there. He keep his body good, but what you gonna do when a young lion just steps in there applying that pressure the right way? A lot of these fighters, I ain't talking about like Errol Spence. Errol Spence, he was bruised up. Car crash, trying to come back, he honestly doing his pre-workout. He looked like he was on his heels. If you pay attention, if you pay attention to his pre-workout video, he was doing the mix. Now, he wasn't all the way there. He do 1, 2, 3 and pick. And his foundation wasn't even all the way there. Like, he was still loose on the goose. I'm like, come on, man. I'm all for you, Earl, but they ain't looking too good. So let me ask you this. Ace, spade to spade. That's what it is. What you think was your...
He's just calling it what everybody else is pointing out, that Errol wasn't all the way right. I mean, yeah, man, they could have shelved him, bro. They could have. It's possible, but I just don't feel like it's that cut and dry. I just think, the Russells as a family, like, their situation a little bit complex, man, and they... You know what I mean? I think it's best for them to try to stay active, man, because they very well could have done that. They could have. You know what I'm saying? Tay, what's going on, Queen? How you feeling? Art Stokes in the building. What's good, family? Salute to you. How you feeling, Queen? What's good with it? But yeah, bro, it's possible. But boxing politics do get in the way. They are a big part of boxing. They do ruin careers. They get in the way of a lot of big fights and opportunities for guys. But my thing is, he's still a real talent. He delivers. Like, I think if they made that call as a team, I don't think nobody could knock him for it. But, boxing is unforgiving at times. So, like I said, but I still feel like he a fight or two away from that opportunity still. And all you got to do is keep winning, which I think he's going to keep doing, man. This dude is sharp, man. I like Gary Antoine. I don't think we've seen the best of him yet. I think he's still young, still learning. And what he brings to the table already, he's going to give everybody a tough-ass fight, man. This dude is the goods for sure.
What you think was your hardest? What fight was your most difficult to prepare for, and what was your hardest fight?
I would say most difficult was the guy Francis Solomon, because 2 reasons. One, before I came out, they made a skit of my father. Video footage from my father, tributes to my father and stuff like that, passing away. I rest his soul. But emotionally, it kind of like it took me. And he wasn't there. So when you're dealing with unfamiliarized territory, the only thing you could do is stay strong and fall back on your opponent and support system. Normally, that's who I fall back on. Not just one person, but collectively. The group wasn't the same. We was missing one.
You
and
talking
that was just
about?
Unusual to me. It
Missing
didn't
his
feel right.
pops.
That was my first fight without my father. So I had to pull through that. And it showed,
I think he'll get a title shot before long, bro. Just gotta get back in the mix.
But still, I had to pull through that. I had to show my pedigree, and I did. I got him up out of there. But mentally, I wasn't all the way there.
What's the hardest punch you ever took from any fighter? Amateurs and pros.
I really couldn't say I ain't really been hit on. I've been knocked off balance. If I would speak on anybody or call anybody name, like I said, it'd be Francis Bernard. It'd be Francis Bernard with a little shot that snuck in.
You talking about Ramses Bartholomew? That caught him off guard in that fight. And we seen it.
So you got to do the most responsible thing in the heat battle. I put my hands up, but I was at a distance where so I could still like kind of like get lined up. You know, like I said, I wasn't all the way there mentally. I enjoyed snuck in. It didn't hurt me. It got my attention. Like this motherfucker got punching on me. Never again.
Now that's see, he keeping it a buck, man. That's that fight with Ramses Bartholomew. He said, "Yeah, I got caught with a shot." Remember, we seen him get caught with a shot that we never seen him get hit with. So yeah, you hear him shout. I'm about to say, I was trying to ignore him. They all hype. He doing the interview. They making all that damn racket in the back. But see, that's keeping it real, and I think that's the bigger focus, right? It's one thing like you hear somebody turn down a title shot, but then you listen to their reasoning for it. Hey man, we didn't like what we seen in that Ramses Bartholomew fight. You go in a title fight and your shit ain't together like that, and you get in that same situation now, you get stopped or something. You get what I'm saying? I think it just take a real team behind you to say, you know what? Even though we confident in you, anybody we put you in a ring with, we still got some things to fix. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, we want everybody to just tell you should have took it. I get it. I feel like, damn, I know he would have beat dude anyway. You know what I mean? If he had fought him, but I understand it. You get what I'm saying? And if you really seen the Ramses Bartholomew fight, look what he talking about. He ain't never really been hit that hard, but he said if he could point to one, it had to be that Bartholomew fight where he slipped that shot in. Yeah, he caught his ass in that fight. And I was like, oh, he had a little moment real quick. He was good, but you know what I mean? He shortly stopped the fight after that people complained about, but still, that just wasn't his best showing. And to throw you in a title fight after that, or for somebody to pull you back and be like, you know what, just hold on a second. Just take a real team, man. You really betting on the fighter, yourselves as a team, and you know you're going to get it right. So I think the opportunity is still going to be there for the dude to be successful. You just got to stay the course, man, and just keep winning. See him take a loss before he can get the top. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And I think they was just crossing the T's, dotting the I's. His stoppage could have been a little early, but I think he would have got him anyway, though, because you see the way he dropped him. I think he would have got him anyway, though. I think he would have got him later. If he ain't get him right there, I think he would have got him later. You know what I'm saying? Let's get back to it.
Now that you have sparred,
as far as like titles,
it ain't gotta be just titles, just fight.
Man, I think that
elite fighters.
You gotta ask these fighters out there elite, and they got some work for me. That's what you need to ask, because anybody that step foot in this motherfucker can. I'm trying to tell you, there's nothing handed to them.
What was your best work, Spawn?
Best work? It wasn't about one person. We always getting in and do nothing in the middle. A while ago, I can't say Kate Romo them. They brought up Keyshawn Davis. Certainly.
He looked shitty.
I try to stay in there and work with everybody. You know, so when the fatigue happening to kick in, I still got mentally tough. That's why we stay in there and work with everybody. We call that man in the middle. We stay in the middle. Everybody in
the people in the back is terrible.
So it wasn't like this one person kind of like broke me down to a fatigue state. I did 4 rounds of this person, 4 rounds of this person, 4 rounds of that person, 4 rounds of this person. I stayed in it, the whole fool with everybody. And that's when everything kind of like became competitive or somewhat of a battle for me. But other than that, I'm my biggest critic. If I can't execute it, then it's nothing that these opponents going to bring to the table that I can't execute.
I like that. Salute to Dang. Appreciate you stopping through. Salute to my guy Garcia. He said he had to do 4 rounds with like 3-4 separate different people. call it man in the middle. I think that's interesting where you just get in that work with all these different people. You know what I mean? Hell yeah, they terrible. You hear it's just like they super loud, but he about to get to the part where he gonna bring Haney up as well. Like he started talking about that and how a fighter go out. Yeah, he said that's who they brought up, like Shakur, Keyshawn, people from their camp to get working. And I'm assuming that's what he's saying. He got to work in with different ones, 4 rounds each guy. So I think that's a hell of a way to test yourself, but that's something that Shakur is accustomed to too, you know, switching guys. I think all these dudes is used to this stuff, you know what I'm saying? So I think it's a hell of a way to train, but he said that's what was challenging to him, getting in there with all those different dudes like that at this, you know what I mean? That's when it became like a battle for him. Dude was the only one fighting champions. We gonna Tszyu. I like Tszyu.
Did you ever the guy they call the Flying King? Have you ever fought him? Kevin. What's his name? I've got a guy named Kevin.
I don't know the guy name. You ever fought him? The guy name. Get him more footage or something like that online. He set some shit up. It's that simple. As far as me ducking any work, that's never been the case.
And just in case y'all know, part of them in the back, that's them. They extra loud, but you say he addressed it as far as ducking any work. He never ducked no work. You get what I'm saying? Never.
So you have never. So for the record, you have never got no contract from the Tiz or his camp or nothing.
Nothing. This man told me he was at my fight. He fought another time when I fought what's the kid name up MGM? Stop me with a bus.
You talking about Kent Cruz?
Can't get his name right now. Can't get his name. Kent Cruz. I fought Kent Cruz. He was right there. He was on the ringside watching me work. He knew the fight was going to go differently. Got him up out of there. Got Kent Cruz up out of there. I looked at him. I said, you see what it is? They gave me a little smirk.
So look,
and that was it. I ain't say nothing more, nothing less.
Last question. Out the 4.
So there you go. He said, you know, Matias was at his last fight. He let him know. They made a little eye contact. You got a little smirk. That's it. But that's always going to be a fight that's intriguing because of the style matchup. You look at the style. You see Gary Antoine Russell. I think he got more dimensions to his game than what people seen thus far. Matias is who he is. He's just coming in there to break you down, destroy you. Like he's trying to make sure you don't make it to the final bell. Gary Antoine fights very similar, but I think he got more, like I said, layers to his game than what we've seen thus far. Like, and I think as time go, I think we'll see that from him. So we're gonna see. I like what I see in Gary Antoine Russell. This dude like to mix it up. He like to fight, man. He ain't taking no shorts in there. And I think him and Matias gonna always be a good fight. So hopefully they can make some time in the near future.
Champions, right? In your division, yes. Which one do you think named it the easiest from? Well, now let me rephrase the question. Out of the 4 champions in your division, which one do you think would be the easiest, or which one would you think would be the most difficult to prepare for?
I mean, it depends. Styles make fights. So you got to bring certain things out your arsenal to kind of like execute one and become victorious. A lot of people would say Devin Haney would be more difficult. Honestly, I got to walk my hands and walk at Devin. Do it the right way. Like I said, Regis supposed to did it, but honestly, I don't think his heart was all with it. He could have did it. He had all the attributes to do it. He came in shape. He got a little bit of pop. He got a little bit of ample hand speed. I don't think his heart was there. Or he didn't have the game plan to do shit. Other than that, I look at that. He's behind a couple jabs. Make him stay there with me. All this running like a chicken. You go ahead and do that. You're going to get fatigued. You got to kick the jab with me. I'm going to slip, block, cut the ring off. I'm going to apply that pressure. He's the one that I feel like he's going to make it. So he go 12 rounds. At least he's going to try to. Other than any other one, you got Tszyu a few more little bits.
You hear him talking that talk.
To his feet. He want to bring
me too. I hate it.
So I think he's going to get reckless. run into something, and I love him dearly. That's like a brother from the level of mobile. When we get in there, it's work time. See your film a little bit. Yeah, that's my guy. I love him to death, but when we get in there, it's business. I come to work, and he know this. And he know this. You know, but he gonna bring a mano type mentality. I don't say he gonna lay down for me. He gonna come to work, as he should. But I think he gonna get records. Who else got a title?
Rolly and Cruz. Who you got out that fight? Rolly and Cruz.
If Rolly takes the fight, anything can happen. Right now, neither one of them step on the scale as of yet. So it's not guaranteed. Something can happen the day of. You never know. But if he do take the fight, I got Rolly losing. I got Pitbull.
You said you got Rolly losing?
You got Rolly losing.
Look at Rolly. Somebody got Rolly losing,
man. He got punch his hands, but skill-wise, I got him losing. Honestly, I don't really care about all of them. I really want all the titles. I want all the titles before I move up and move down. It's that simple. It is literally that simple. But that's what it is. Rolly, you got to punch his hands with anybody. But he's mediocre.
Who would you rather have, Rolly or Isaac Cruz, as an opponent? Who would be easier?
Rolly. That's simple. Rolly. Rolly would be easier. Isaac Cruz.
Think Rolly easier.
He bring pressure, stuff like that. It's just cool.
You want to
say like a person you hurt your hands on, but still here take a good ass with it. Take a good ass with it.
All right, that's all for the check.
Yeah, that's so you hear him, man. He said a number of different things, man. He said he got Rolly losing. He rocking with Pitbull. He said Rolly got to punch his chance. He said Devin Haney, he'll walk to him easy with his hands up, jab. He broke it down. He applied the pressure. Said that running like a chicken shit won't work pretty much. He said he'd get fatigued. He said a number of different things, man. He said he'd walk to Haney easily. They say that. You get in there, then it'd be a little different. Bole was good with it, but again, I expect him to say that. He do got that kind of style, and I do think that's how he'll approach it. I think you'll really have to sting Gary Antoine to keep him up off you. If you can't, then I think he get in your kitchen and he start wrecking shit. I think he start breaking your silverware, your dishes, and all that different stuff. You know what I'm saying? He simply put, he won all the belts at 140. He'd fight all these dudes. He said Rolly think it'd be the easiest. You know what I mean? Devin would take that fight. I mean, I say if he apply that right pressure, he got to. If he apply the right pressure, he got to. If Gary Antoine keep winning and he at 140, he got to. Hopefully he can get his hand on one of them belts, man. That's what he need because, you know, Dev just said he won undisputed now at 140. He said he ain't won it before, but now, you know, he revisited that. He said he won it. So if Gary Antoine get his name in the mix, then, you know, he got to be willing to give that man an opportunity. Say he's a brute. Tell Gary Antoine Russell he be bringing that smoke. I'm trying to tell you. Because I don't believe Devin takes that fight. Yeah, Ryan would before Devin would. Yeah, man. I just wonder what happened to that matchup and why those fights like that ain't being talked about more. They gonna make excuses. They gonna say he ain't did nothing. He had nobody. He ain't got no title. That's why he gotta beat one of these champions up real quick, man. Got to, man. Got to, because it's a fight that should happen, to be honest with you, bro. It really should. It really should. But, man, a salute to Gary Antoine Russell, man. Yeah, he been calling him out, yeah. I hope so. I hope so, man. Because I think it makes a great fight stylistically. It's a fun fight. And I don't know if y'all seen it, but Oshaquie Foster and my boy Raymond Ford, man, salute to both of them. I rock with them both. There's exchanging words on Twitter. I've been meaning to talk about this. They've been going back and forth on Twitter a little bit. It seemed like they willing to fight. I seen salute to Mill City. I seen Raymond Ford over there doing a short interview with Mill City. And he pretty much said if Oshaquie Foster feel like he fooled, then, you know, come shut him up. He said he with it. But I think that Ray Ford is in line to potentially fight Nick Ball. I believe, not Oshaquie. I mean, I see them going back and forth, mixing their words up, and both of them sound like they want to fight. To me, I think they both real fighters. That'd be one of the better fights that they can make at 130 once Raymond Ford gets there. But I think in the meantime, I think they're trying to make him and Nick Ball. And I don't know if y'all heard about that 5 versus 5 thing going on with Matchroom and Queensberry Promotions. And Wilder is on the Matchroom side with Eddie Hearn, which is wild. So Wilder is fighting Zane, and they got a number of different fights. They got about 5 different fights on that card. And Nick Ball and Raymond Ford was one of them. Obviously, Raymond Ford is over there on Matchroom. Nick Ball is over there on Queensberry. So I don't know. That's a good fight to come up. Nick Ball, a little tank, man. He gave Ray Vargas all he could handle, and a lot of people thought he should have won the fight. So let's see. I think it'll be a good fight coming down the pipe for sure. I think so. Hey, I don't think he's gonna fight Antoine. I mean, as long as he's there, I want to see it. Raymond talking super greedy. Yeah, Ray was going in. They both was going back and forth. So I said, man, this a good fight to make for sure. Moving forward, man. I'll pay for it for sure. I'll watch it. It's a damn good fight. Damn good one. Sam Wilder signed a 3-fight deal with Eddie. Wow. And that's how you know things has changed, Aisha. If that's the case, you know, Wilder wasn't too fond of Eddie not too long ago. That's how you know things is changing in boxing. But hopefully everything's on the up and up. I just want to see the best version of Wilder, man. I like Zane, but when it comes to Wilder, man, I'm always rooting to see this dude win. You know what I'm saying? I want to see Wilder go out there and get that stoppage, you know? I want to see Wilder get that stoppage victory. Bartholomew versus Ramirez and Virgil Ortiz fighting Thomas Delorme. I think that's on my birthday, I believe. April 27th, matter of fact. I think it's the April 27th card. At Fresno, I believe it is. And Charles Conwell is looking to get in the mix on the Devin Haney card, but he don't have an opponent yet. And he's looking to fight Virgil Ortiz in the future. So that's a potential future fight that'd be good, too. That's a good fight. You got Ford Oshaquie, man. It's a toss-up, man. I ain't gonna lie. Both of them dudes is nice. That's a toss-up. I had to think about it. That's one of them. I'm gonna wait till Ford get up there at 130 because I know he'll be going there. But I think he got some Nick Ball issues right now. Not issues, but he got, a Nick Ball opportunity, should I say. But who is a guy that I think he can beat? Nick Ball is tough, though. So amazing in the building. What's good, bro? TM in the building. Was good, family. Yeah, man, that's a toss-up, man. It's really one of them 50-50 type affairs for real where either guy could win. And can't nobody tell me that. I know how they feel about each other. That's fighters, but both of them dudes is top-notch. Both of them, Raymond Ford had a tough weight cut. I think Shockey had a tough weight cut in their last fights. Even though Raymond Ford had like a fight of the year, I'm pretty sure he could even fought even better than what he did. So, and we know Shockey could fight even better than what he did in his last fight. You know what I'm saying? Like some people felt like they say he struggled with Nova, like he went like life and death with Nova. He went to war with him. I don't know if it was like that, man. I think he won convincingly, but I think he could have won more clean. You know what I mean? I've seen better performances from Shock, but again, I think both of those dudes had tough training camps or something. Not to make no excuses for them, but they both say similar things. And weight cuts, to be real, they be affecting them performances. And both guys still went out there and won. So whenever Raymond Ford get up to 130, that's the fight I want to see for sure. In the meantime, I think him and Nick Ball is a damn good fight. It's a fun fight for us. What are you doing? Man, it's gonna be it. So I think it's a fun fight for the people. But like I said, that 5-on-5 is a real thing. They got a lot of good matchups there, man. A lot of solid fights, man. I just hope Wilder can return to form, man, because he's gonna need it against Zane. That's gonna be a tough fight for him. See Antoine fight Ramirez before he fight Matisse. I wouldn't mind it. I like the style matchup, TM. Jose Ramirez and Antoine Russell. I love it. I love that matchup. I love the style matchup. I do. That's a fun fight to watch. I mean, Ramirez got a fight coming up. Same night as Tate fight. Right, Shower. I told him, man, go get that dub, man. That's the boring day. That's gonna be a good day for you, man. Go out there and win. Then kick some ass. Yeah, but Bartholomew and Ramirez fighting, and then stop Ramirez. He got a chance stylistically. I think it could be a lot for him. I think he got the speed advantage, more technically sound too. But Ramirez is a tough guy too, man. He bring that smoke for sure. Salute to my baby girl, Miss JusDueBoxing. How you feeling, baby girl? Bring that title shot as past time. It is. It's time for Gary A to get that title shot for real. So people can't avoid him. You get what I'm saying? Where he a notable name now, a champion, and I think he'll be willing to go through any of them dudes to get it, man. And I hope I'm right. And I hope he get the opportunity because I want to see it. You get what I'm saying? I want to see it. I want to see the fight. Ramirez is past his prime. I want to see what he got. You know what I'm saying? I want to see what he got. Bole, he still got the one loss, right? I want to see what he look like. You know what I mean? Against we'll find. So we'll get some answers against Bartholomew. Bartholomew ain't gonna go easy. So, but yeah, man, I want to see Gary Antoine get these opportunities because I think stylistically he can give everybody hell. And he young enough, he fresh enough, he's skilled enough, he talented enough. You just gotta get the opportunities, man. Gotta get the ops. Gotta get the opportunities, y'all. Y'all make sure y'all smash the like button as well, man, if y'all didn't already. But I don't know, man. I definitely want to see what Ramirez has left. I mean, see what he got left. But salute to everybody in the building, man. Again, y'all make sure y'all smash that like button. Yeah, we gotta wait and see, man. Gary Antoine gotta get back in the mix, man. The Kent Cruz fight was just so fast. It was just so immediate. You get what I'm saying? It was so, he was quick with it. Yeah, he want that status here, and that's the only way to get it with them opportunities, man. And hopefully, like L-Dub said, hopefully Cody Crowley take that fight. And he said they seemed to came to some type of agreement, which is a good thing. That's a positive, man. So hopefully that leads to a fight, man. Because I think the boost Ennis era is being held up because of lack of opportunities or people being willing to get in there. You know what I'm saying? I don't even think it's necessarily the belts that Terrence Crawford still has. I think it's him being able to get a notable name in the ring with him and fight so he can solidify a good win and build off that. That's what Boots is still looking for, a breakout win. And it's crazy because he got over 30 fights. And that can't be good. You know what I mean? I feel like his name should be bigger. I feel like 147 is his for the take, and I feel like I'm going to support him regardless. I don't care how long it takes. They can't avoid him forever. You know what I mean? They could keep trying to call him hype and say he ain't fought nobody. Somebody got to give him an opportunity. He got a title. Cody Crowley, like Dub said, hopefully they work something out and he actually take the fight and go through with it because I don't see no reason why that fight shouldn't happen. You get what I'm saying? That fight need to happen. It need to happen, and that's the only way Boots going to get the recognition that he deserved, man. And again, the Boots Ennis era will begin instead of being held up. You know what I mean? I feel like him getting that title should have been the start of something, but he at least still got to get that one fight in there before, you know what I mean? Before he could solidify things. So I just want to see it. What's next for Boots. But salute to everybody in the building. Y'all smash that like button, man. Just to wrap up, like I said, I think Tszyu Fundora is a pay-per-view worthy card. Like I said, y'all, if y'all really look a little bit deeper in the matchups, they pretty good. All of them are good matchups. Every last one of them, I think. And I think it's a bunch of even fights. I think they'll all be entertaining and give you your money's worth. You know what I'm saying? So smash that like button on the way out, man. That's all I got for today, man. I appreciate everybody in the building. I will see y'all tomorrow at 4 o'clock. Y'all know how we do to build some more on this good boxing. My baby boy crying about being a brat. Peace to the queen, Aisha. And the queens and the kings of the chat. Much love and appreciation to everybody for pulling up. And we will be back tomorrow with that. We up out of here, y'all. Peace to the fam.